This is RYSE, Son of Rome, and we're talking Gladiator 2. Yeah! I'm here on the left, Kevin's on the right. Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like, rah, or something. Anyways, be sure to like the video, subscribing's great. Consider becoming a channel member. There's the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, and the Amazon store affiliate link. Easy ways to support the content on the channel. Roar! I need this break from what I've been doing for gameplay, so this is gonna be fun. Okay, how do we play this game again? X, X, Y, right? That's it?
Yeah.
How's the block? Is it LB or RB? Oh, I just did a taunt. I don't know what the block is. Oh, geez, I'm getting cut in the back.
A.
A is block?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man.
When they're going to swim, yeah. I do the Assassin's Creed time.
Assassin's Creed time. Ugh. Syndicate just got an update, eh?
Really?
Yeah, it runs at 4K 60 now. Looks great.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I was like, that's ancient. What would they be adding to it? Like,
Well, I theorize about a year ago they did a flicker fix update for the PS5, and I think they realized they'd go, oh, we could just like update this really quickly, and yeah, a year later, just that's what they did. They just bumped up the frame rate and the resolution. Looks great. Use the cauldrons. Oh yeah. You want me to do cauldrons, or who's on cauldron duty last time? Me and you just.
Yeah, it has been a while, man.
We played this in May, I think.
Did we?
Yeah. There's actually the point where someone was like, did you just play that? And I was like, I don't think so. But yeah, no, it was May, and before May, it was 2 years prior, so that would be why it doesn't feel like why it feels so long. Yeah. Yeah.
Because, yeah, I remember when we played it 2 years ago. I was during a playoff run.
'Twas a simpler time.
Very simple.
What do you use, the Praetorian?
Yeah.
God, that looks so cool. So anyways, I did review Gladiator on the channel, guys. If you want to check out that video. Should it still exist when you're watching this, I don't know. But, yeah, it's kind of cool to see Gladiator come back. It's nice to have an excuse to play RYSE, because this is always our fun out of nowhere stream that we do occasionally. Obviously, years in the making, except for when we did it in May, but good cooperative time. A fun stream, I think, for both of us. Pretty laid back. Aside from, you know, all the barbarians trying to kill us, but for the cheers of Rome, we thought it'd be fun to talk about Gladiator a bit, the original, and cut up some enemies and stuff, and live our best Gladiator lives. The online achievements were a grind. Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, some of them aren't too bad. Everything's on the Game Pass now, like, if you want to get all the DLC and stuff, it's all available. You can also get, like, unlimited, like, online token codes that you'd have to buy usually. They're all free, and you can just keep, like, gobbling them. It's kind of funny. Taunt them up, Kevin. Hype the crowd.
Love this game. Forgot that I'm going to have to delete 50 million clips, though, from it.
Oh. You can turn that setting on.
Oh, can I? It's funny.
Yeah, there's like a setting for capturing. You can just turn that off, and then it doesn't do that. Fuck, I actually forgot that was even a thing, the auto-capture clips. It's from another era of this game. You know, if they just came in and did like a quick remastering and had this at like native 4K 60, I bet it would like look so amazing. I'm sometimes tempted to just like download this on PC and just see how good this can actually look. This is a very pretty game. Very, very pretty. What are we doing? Capture the objective. Oh, well, we should probably get in there. You want to fight Fire Guy? Although I will say, for the first time ever, I think this game's starting to show its age a little bit. It looks kind of blurry.
Graphics-wise?
Huh?
What, just graphics-wise?
Yeah, it's looking really blurry now. Like, I still think it looks fantastic, but I can definitely tell, like, it's lower res looking. I think I did the campaign of this summer too. I think, yeah, if you guys want to watch that on the channel, like, I think earlier this summer I streamed the whole campaign in one go. A lot of fun. Really, really cool campaign. Very, very expansive. Is the online active? I don't know. You only need one person.
Yeah, alright, yeah.
A bit morbid, but this game needs more gore. What are you talking about, Big Lantern? You can, like, slash guys to, like, bits and stuff. I think it's pretty gory, right? I don't know if we're doing gory executions yet. Are you not entertained? But, like, honestly, the best thing you can do is you can grab yourself a buddy and just be like, hey, you want to do some gladiating? And then just play it together, right? It's not like you need tons of people. You just need one person and just go in and fight. Or also the campaign in this is just actually like, just such a pleasure to play too. It's a great time. But yeah, early on in the Xbox One era, my one buddy and I, this is like all we would play was just like RYSE. Remember, there weren't many games out then. Do you know how to self-heal?
I do not remember. Both bumpers together, I assume?
No, that's to make you go all aggro, which I guess is how you heal, right? No?
I think, yeah. Depending on what god you're worshipping. Is that Barbarian trying to taunt us? That's hilarious.
Yeah, they taunt you. Oh no, I got health regain for... Okay, after the thing killing people. Because I thought there was one where it literally just triggers health regain. That's a good Spider-Man. Denzel Washington and yeah, Gladiator 2. He's very... I don't know what the word is. Captivating, fun in that. Like, he just goes balls to the wall crazy. But as I was kind of saying, it's like... He also kind of sticks out a little cartoonishly almost, because he's just like so... at like another level from everyone else. Like, it's funny because he's basically like acting circles around most people outside of like Pedro Pascal, but I don't think they really did they even interact those two. But when Pascal wasn't in the film, that's when it got like a little less interesting. But yeah, can online stuff be done with one? I don't think so. I think you could do the survival mode by yourself. I'm not too sure there. The Gladiator 1, Kevin. Tell us how much you love this movie.
Oh, the first Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Heck, wasn't it movie of the year 2000, 2001 when it came out?
Movie of the year? I mean, best picture?
One Oscar? Yeah, best picture? I don't know, man. Movie of the year?
Movie of the year.
Just how much I respect the Oscars.
Game of the year. Movie of the year. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. That was great.
Oh, it fucking kills me.
Yeah.
Was it best picture? I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the 4K scan of it, like Paramount Cinema. Oh, touch the tips. Touch the tips, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so intimate.
We stare into each other's eyes.
I like how all the other guys just watch too, mesmerized by this performance of male spectacle. It was the Roman times. You can enjoy the company of other lads. It wasn't that frowned upon unless, you know, you were in a submissive area, but as long as you were both manly about it. But no, I got the 4K sent to me, like, I think it was during COVID or something like that, and my god, does this Gladiator look fucking amazing at 4K, dude, with HDR and stuff. It was like, oh, that
yeah, no, that's cool.
That is a pretty film. Free the citizens of Rome, Kevin. Free them.
I thought it had a wicked opening, that first movie, them fighting in Germania against the barbarians.
Oh, it's
like,
just
that
brutal.
was really cool, yeah.
Now imagine in the second movie if instead of fighting, they did a Monty Python thing.
Is that what I yeah.
Kevin's gonna be like, what?
Was there any good fight in the first one, or was it just all the Gladiator fights?
For like the first one, or
yeah, second one.
There's no like, well, there's a little bit of siegery. It's very brief. It was so cute though when they rode into the arena with their boats and they like fight each other. The sharks going around. I wish it was longer though. Hey Bert, the scene where they're doing naval warfare, or the scene where they're doing naval warfare would have been really cool, but have a lot longer. That was the thing, is like I constantly wanted the gladiating scenes to be longer than anyone. But yeah, so I obviously, like I brought my father. Well, it was more like my father forced me to watch Gladiator. I had to, you know, step up and do that. But I asked him if he enjoyed it afterwards, and the only thing he said was like, I don't understand how they got the sharks in the Colosseum. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense how they got the sharks in the Colosseum. I was like, I asked you how the movie was, and the only feedback you're giving me here is that you don't. He's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense how the sharks got into the Colosseum. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, so was it good?
The movie for him? No.
He literally wouldn't tell me if he enjoyed it or not. He just literally said, he's like, the sharks doesn't make any sense. I was like, that's your hang up on the movie, is the sharks in the arena. Yeah. I was like, thanks man. That really helps me when I'm going out to do like reviews and talk about this movie. He's big fan of the first movie. He watches that movie like all the time. But like, yeah, his only feedback was just he didn't understand how the sharks got in there. I was like, oh fuck, all right. Yeah, so there you go on that one, guys. Can you play Gladiator original Xbox? Is there an original Gladiator, like original Xbox Gladiator? Hello there. Is that a thing? Is that actually a thing? I know there's Gladios on the original Xbox. Gladiator movie Xbox. Did you know about that, Kevin? Is there a...
I did not know.
Story of a gladiator. Gladiator... Two friends pit against boxing. I don't think there's an original Xbox Gladiator game. There's Gladiator Sword of Vengeance. Are you talking about Sword of Vengeance?
Scared of us?
Huh?
Are the enemies scared of us? Like, where are they?
Oh, I don't know. Kill all enemies. Look down from your perch, Apollo. Witness my scum. I think we're supposed to, like... Ow! Fuck me. I think we're supposed to trigger it. But how did they get the sharks in the arena? I don't know. They probably filled it with water and... You know,
well,
the
one
sharks...
that would be absolutely impressive to think that they went out and caught a shark. I don't know, maybe.
Is that really
some
so
sort
crazy?
Of a tank or something?
Like, if there's enough money.
Yeah.
It is a good question.
They would need some sort of tank. From what I understand, the sharks need to constantly be in movement, right? So you would need a pretty large tank to be able to transfer them. You know.
Can you just like rope them onto the side of a ship and just kind of drag them in there or something?
I think they would die.
What?
Yeah.
No, you can have it on the side of the ship, not like on the ship, but like, you know, attached to the side of it, just being dragged along. I don't fucking know, dude. There's fucking sharks in the water. Just, I'm sure they figured out a way. They're Romans. They had aqueducts. I'm sure they could.
The Romans were. That's where I wouldn't put it past the Romans. You know what I mean? Because like they did incredible things, but
I don't know. It's a movie.
That would be a very impressive feat.
I'm gonna have to sit there and extensively Google this, I guess, and try to figure it out. How do you think they would have gotten sharks in there?
The only way I could think is that literally you have just a massive ship, you capture it, you'd have to have it in a big enough tank that it wouldn't just die. I might be wrong about this, but yeah, from what I understand of sharks is that they do need a big enough tank to go and be in constant movement, or they go crazy and like literally die. So you'd have to do that, yeah. And then I think if you had a big enough tank in Rome or wherever, I assume Rome, I don't think it would. I think the issue would be getting it to Rome.
Well, there's not really like any sort of animal ethics too, right? So like,
no, of course not. But like,
yeah.
I think they die though. Like, yeah.
Maybe they have like a shark guy. You know. Well, are there sharks in like the Mediterranean?
I do not know that.
Couldn't they have just like fished one out and kind of dragged it? into the... We're really getting hung up on
They
this.
might have. There was a really neat tale I liked, and I guess it would be the Byzantine era, though, like ancient Rome. But one of the emperors put a hit out for a whale that was around Constantinople, and it was attacking ships. Or at least we believe it was a whale, but it's a really fun story because the description of it is that this whale was like kind of massive for what it would be in that area, so it's kind of fun of like, well, what the heck was it? But we just kind of accepted, okay, maybe it was like an orca or something like, or whatever.
Shark Day?
But, but that would have been in the Mediterranean, right? So
I don't know. I think it'd be like, is there any historical evidence that like they actually did that? Like, I know they did do, like they actually did do aquatic events, I guess. Like they would fill the Colosseum with water, but I don't know if they'd have sharks.
That would be a lot easier than putting a shark in, right?
Also, how do they have the depth to fill it and have sharks in there? Because in the movie, they have like the gladiators like coming up to an entrance point, but like there's water creaking down the sides, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. Kill the traitors. Okay, traitor Rome's gotta die, right? Fight the stalker boss. Not this economy. Civilization 6, is it buggy? Yeah, the late game's still buggy for Civilization 6, but it's like $3, so you know you can play it and get ready for Civ 7 next year, right? January or something like that. Civilization 7, fuck me, dude. Well, at least they're still putting those out. You know, they used to do them every couple of years. Instead of having to wait, like... How long did 6 come out? Like, literally, like a decade ago now or something? Man, I remember I used to, when I was young, I'd buy my father, like, a new Civilization game for Christmas, like, every year. Because they'd have, like, what, Alpha Centauri, and 4, and 5, and... like other spin-offs or whatever and stuff, and DLC. Those were the days. Those are also days gone, guys, but don't be stuck in the past. Be here in the present. And like the stream, subscribing's great. I know, right? Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting. The Patreon option. The Discord for stream alerts. And that Amazon store affiliate link. There's also gamerheadquarters.com. I write stuff on my site sometimes. It goes way over here. Yeah. Anyways, it's kind of funny. With the views I was getting on Stalker, I was almost tempted to stream it more. Maybe we'll do like a fun stream of it or something at some point, but I would like to play some other games for a bit. Well, I did. I think I spent 27 hours roughly on it over 4 days. That's, you know, that's a lot for one game. And it's not good for my sleep either, man. Fuck me, it was like, what did I do yesterday? Like 8 hours? 8.5 hours or something on it? Ugh. But I finished it. It's over. The traitor is very nimble, Kevin. Oh, he wasn't nimble enough.
Oh, the
like...
traitor's running away from us. Okay.
What, do you think the traitor was running towards you?
I don't know, maybe he wanted to stand and fight.
Man, this game is so beautiful. Blurry now, but still beautiful. It's a shame they're not, you know, remastering this or anything. This is a game that they should port over to PlayStation for the Pro. That's what it should be. Oh my god, the Pro, Kevin? Oh, great views on the Pro, man.
It is, yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the Pro. I'm breaking, what was it? I got my 3rd best view day ever, and then I broke that 2 days later, and then I broke that again like the day after that day, and then the day after that day too. It's been pretty great.
Ow.
All about the place. We're just pounding this guy in the corner. Oh, look at us doing little deep moves too. Are you not entertained? Yeah, I'm all about the Pro right now. I'm proing it up, they would say. Did I get some new earbuds? I did. Well, I didn't buy new ones. I just replaced it with another pair. So, like, at CES, back in 2017, 18, something like that, TCL, they did, like, earbuds for the first time, and they just like promo gave away like a whole pack of them. So like I used that one for like 5 years or something, and then like, it was a 4-pack. I gave one to my sister. I kept them for me. I was using the orange one, which I really loved. I used that for years. It still works audio-wise. It's just frayed to beyond belief, and I got fed up with the cords getting tangled. Yeah, cords getting stuck together. So I was like, fuck it. I went and opened up the next one. I had to find where they were. I had to find where the box was, but yeah. So now I'm using the black and gray. I also have a blue one. I was thinking of using the blue, but I was like, I think that'd be too distracting. So when this one stops working, I'll switch to that. Or maybe I'll finally get my AirPods working with my PC. I don't know. Yeah. Everybody knew the PS5 would be good for these. The only thing, anyways, I was building up to it. The only thing that's annoying is, man, PlayStation users are like... I don't know if it's just PlayStation users or it's like... people about the PS5 Pro, but holy crap, I've never seen so many people whining about things in my life. It's like a whole new... I don't know if it's like more video exposure too, but man, the amount of people like complaining about stuff. And they don't seem to understand dynamic resolution scaling. Like, you understand dynamic resolution scaling, right? Yo! You just threw that guy.
Throwing that guy?
That was sick. But you know what I mean, right? So if you have something that's 4K and it's dynamic, and on a PS5 it only runs at like, I don't know, let's say 1800p, and it goes up to 4K, it's dynamic, would the PS5 Pro not logically run that at a higher resolution more frequently than a lower one?
Sure.
And it's like, nobody understands that. They're like, it doesn't look any better. It's like, well, yeah, it fucking does, because it's scaling. Oh, I get to pick the next one. Ooh, the gift of the Nile. Oh, we should do the Egyptian thing. Yeah. Is there any we need achievements for? Are you paused?
Try to get those now. No, I'm not. It says waiting for other players to unpause.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I paused you, I guess. I'm just gonna look. So survival mode. Achieve rank 100. Fuck, that's achieve rank 150. Whew. Play 7 multiplayer games on Barbarous. Never happening. Let's see if there's any more. Perform 30 environmental executions in Forbidden Forest. We could do that. Survival on the island. That's 50 gamer score. We should do that, man. Survival on the island. We'll do survival later because I think we have to reset the game to do that. Or reset the multiplayer. Survival mode. They're all like survival mode achievements. But I think we get the one Forbidden Forest execution. So I think we could do that next. Yeah. This game was ahead of its time. It really was, like, visually, this was like a groundbreaking launch title. This is when exclusives and launch exclusives actually mattered. That was a big problem with the Series X, S, and the PS5, was neither platform really had launch exclusives that were like this. Like when Xbox One came out, there was this, there was Forza 5, there was Dead Rising 3, you know, Killer Instinct. Like, they had big exclusives that really showcased what the console could do. This gen, forget it. Pisser tech, I'm a big believer in pisser technology. It sounds fun to say, and it makes the games actually genuinely look better. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Does the PS5 Pro have RYSE Son of Rome? Not yet. But they really should remaster this game and make it available everywhere and stuff. God, like seriously, if you had this running at native 4K 60, I bet this game just looks fucking clean. It looks like I'm having fun as opposed to last night. It's true. That's because Kevin and I are sitting here going, "Are you not entertained?" Yeah, Gladiator 1 is pretty amazing. A technical achievement in film. What does my guy say? Did he call him like a cow or something? Council? What is he? Use the oil cauldrons to destroy the catapults. I love that this multiplayer is also like semi-grounded. Like, these are all things that you could like do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
well,
yeah.
That is what's neat, because from what I understand a little bit with the Gladiator pits is a lot of it was like, obviously it's all for show, and that's what was neat with the first movie was the one battle was representing fighting cards, right? One of the battles they won. So, you know, they send out these poorly trained gladiators to just get smoked or whatever. But yeah, like with this feel for lighting the catapults, like this, we're putting on a show for the crowd, showing a takeover of Egypt.
Yeah.
Putting down a rebellion either. Yeah, it's just, yeah. The theme's really neat.
Ugh. And you know, had this game been like a live service game or had survived over the years, I bet you they would have been doing Gladiator 2 tie-in.
Yeah, probably.
Yo, dude, wouldn't that be sick where you could buy Maximus as like an operator in this game?
That actually would be kind of cool.
Buy the Maximus operator
My
pack.
name's Maximus Decimus Meridius. Yeah.
You're gonna get Russell Crowe to come back and do the voice and everything. The Russell Crowe operator pack. Buy it today.
I will fight until the sands run red with blood.
Ow! You're supposed to kill him while I'm taunting Kevin. It was gonna look really cool. A glorious kill. Indeed. Needless to say, not enough Roman games out there, guys. Soccer
No, not
too.
enough at all.
I'm glad you enjoyed the review, man. I worked tirelessly to get that all ready today for tonight, but yeah. Series S tomorrow morning, and yeah. Gonna see if I can get maybe some interviews for the game, and we'll go from there. Maybe we'll do like a fun stream of it, where I'm not trying to do anything and just exploring or something. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to do Genshin and Flight Sim as a stream as well. If only every game didn't come out at the exact same time. Ow, ow. The movie Troy? Yes, I've seen Troy with Achilles.
Hector!
Hector. He was just a boy.
When our buddy was having his first kid, and it was a boy, he was like, oh, you know, what do you think the name should be? And I was like, man, you should call him Hector, you know, so whenever you're mad at him, you can just yell, Hector!
Can I get help with this guy? He's kind of going toe-to-toe with me right now.
Yeah, the guy over here, dude.
Fuck. Oh, yeah, there we go. No! Oh, come on!
Oh, no, he got me.
Hey, one sec. I gotta cut off this guy's arm. I'm coming to save your life, Kevin. I can't believe you got out-muscled by Boulder Dude. Ow. I will kill him with Apollo's divine might. Are you not entertained?
Welcome to my house.
Yes, but I've seen that. I think they play it at school, too. I saw it outside of that, but I literally think I watched it in school once, because it's like a historical film or something. Ridiculous.
Troy? That's
Yeah. Marius and Jin Sakai are quite similar. Risen from the dead to driven by revenge. Well, I think that's most good tales are driven by revenge, aren't they? Capture the objective and defend it. Okay. Let us take this platform. Now imagine this, but in the modern era, and you have 8 players working together to fend off against massive hordes of gladiating enemies. Actually, that would be sick. You know, like Starship Troopers, but like in the gladiator ring?
That would be really cool. I was thinking when we were talking earlier, like with Gladiator pits, this is spectacular. But I think it would be really neat to have almost like a Space Marine-like game with the story and have you going through France, you know, defeating Gaul.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe someday we'll get a sequel for this. guess it all depends on how that next Crisis game does, right?
You think we'd ever get a sequel? I assume it's been so long that we would just need another company to make something work.
Well, again, they last teased the sequel with the Series X Battlefield 2042, the future of Xbox trailer. They teased a bit.
What, it was just a flash of this or whatever?
It was like a 1 second kind of. They were showing off, like, it was supposed to be 2142, you know, like, for Battlefield, and it's like the future of Xbox, and it had like a bunch of Xbox games. For like a split second, you could see a bunch of different things, and one of them was like clearly RYSE. It was like a medieval sequel or something, which was long rumored, and then we haven't heard anything about that since, really. I don't know, never say never on this kind of stuff, man. Because, you know, video games, they take so fucking long to make. I mean, apparently, they're working on Half-Life 3 right now, so... You know, never say never on that kind of stuff. Oh, I was setting up a double kill, Kevin.
Apologies.
I would have cut off all their limbs. But yeah, apparently Valve, they're actually actively working on the third Half-Life, so I mean, it's not necessarily out of the question for anything to get new iterations. I think the thing is, though, it's like, oh, it's been so long, you don't remember, you don't care, but I think just game development actually just takes that fucking long now.
You know, there's a lot with gaming that a lot of people don't consider, like, not like politics, but like politics of gaming, of like, oh, hey, you know, like, this went poorly, so now they're funding on this, or like, you know, oh, reception was bad at this one point, so this game that was actually really close to being made is completely scrapped.
Yeah,
you know, like,
that happens a lot more
happens. Now. Yeah.
The recent rumor, Rebellion, they were working on a Sniper Elite extraction shooter battle royale game. And, yeah, they just announced it like a month or two ago, I guess, on like a trailer on their channel. And, yeah, the funding just got pulled by Tencent for that one because of what happened with Concord.
Yeah.
Companies are being a lot more careful with their money and their budgets on doing multiplayer things.
That's kind of funny because, I don't know, like, what if that game's actually really good and they just absolutely blew it with Concord, but that one would work? But you'd have to assume
that's the risk.
Hopefully they know what they're doing.
Well, you would assume that Sony would know what they're doing, funding a big project like that.
Right. But you assume someone would know what they're doing with Concord, right?
Yeah, you never know. But that's the risk with live service, is if you do 15 of them, one makes you billions of dollars and, you know, funds all your other failures. That's the idea of it. The only problem is you waste all this dev time, and if you don't get that big hit, it's just a complete waste. No, I think single-player games are still probably your better investment from a long-term sales perspective, because you can sell it forever, but... you know, if you do get the next Fortnite, you know, that's kind of the Ubisoft model they were doing for years. That's why we were getting all those, like, projects like the canceled Division Heartland and Ghost Recon Battle Royale and some other projects they were doing. Is they were like Hyperscape and stuff like that, is they were just throwing stuff at the dartboard to see what stuck, because, you know, you get one Fortnite and all of a sudden it's like, oh, everything's paid for. No. For Honor, I can't handle For Honor. The stamina-based system is a pain in my fucking ass. I've played it, tested it actually ahead of launch, which is kind of funny, but I don't really like it For Honor. I have a video of it on Series X, but yeah. Did you ever play that one?
Yeah, actually, for the longest time I didn't play it, and it was let me play 2-3 years ago. But my one buddy, actually, a lot of guys I know were really into it. And the one guy convinced me to do it, and we went in there. I got into the Knights or whatever out of them all. And it can be pretty cool. But when you run into someone who's really sweaty, it's like bad. And there's a lot of meta to the game, from what I understand, is like someone will find a character that just this combo works almost every time, and if you don't know how to defend it, they'll just murder you. You know, even the guy that I was playing with that was really good at the game, they had literally 2 combos they were going to every single time to win fight.
That just gets annoying.
So, yeah, it was cool. It was your thing. You really get into a competitive scene. I can see why it was so popular for a bit there. But if you are just kind of like you want to win, but you're taking a casual approach to it, you'll find you're kind of out.
You know, I want to say, I think one of the things that actually holds up best about this game is that crowd looks fucking phenomenal. Like, it actually looks like a real crowd of people. Like, it's not very detailed because it's so blurry and stuff or whatever at this, like, resolution, but...
What's better than the modern NHL games?
Dude, sometimes the modern NHL games, the crowd looks like literally like 2D Slender Man. It's terrible.
Right?
Absolutely terrible. But, like, no, if you just kind of, like, casually look into the backdrop, it looks like a real group of Roman people kind of, like, cheering and... Very good effect. Stamina-based games? Yeah, it's fucking annoying. The allure of the live service industry is so strong. Well, of course it is. Imagine if you made the next Fortnite, making like $1 billion every year. You'd be salivating over that. Had it worked for Ubisoft, they'd be laughing at everybody. They'd be like, "See, it worked." But they didn't quite get that. You saw Gladiator 2 and you thought it was awesome? Nice. Everything is more beautiful because we're doomed? Jesus, that's dark.
I think that's quoting Troy.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Actually, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, because there's the whole thing where Achilles is telling.
I think it's because I'm reading it back, up, backwards. I'm reading the second part before the first part. That's probably why it's done.
That's all good, yeah, but
I think we got to stand here, don't we? It requires 2 of us to stand on this.
Oh, well, then that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Actually, with guys, they become more defined over time. Or isn't that what it's called? Defined, or what's the word? Oh God.
What do you mean, like what?
You know, like age like fine
or...
wine, but what is the distinguished? Men look more distinguished as they age and stuff. Yeah, I think that's the word they go for.
I always think of that when you hear the girl. It's not like, oh, the salt and pepper look with the hair can look really cute, you know, because yeah, you're mature, and it's like, yeah, but you have to maintain yourself along the way too, you know. Like,
yeah, that's part of it too, right?
It's really easy as a blue collar guy to just start slamming beers in your spare time, and next thing you know, you know, like distinguished at all. You know, you just look old.
You just look old and beat up. RYSE 2? I think RYSE 2 would have to be linear again. I can't imagine this format working in an open world style. Unless you were doing like sequences where you're commanding like massive like armies, like groups of armies, I could see that being larger scale. But then you'd be getting into an RTS type scenario, right? So...
Mountain Blade basically for Rome.
Yeah, that's essentially could be like what it would be like, but I think part of the appeal of this game, for me at least, is its very cinematic, intimate combat where you're doing brutal battles between small groups of individuals, but it has a great sense of scale to it. And I think that would kind of be ruined if you just made this like another generic open world game. Like, it would just be like Assassin's Creed Odyssey at that point, wouldn't it? Yeah. That one's basically a Roman type game, isn't it? Odyssey?
Well, Greece.
Greece,
right?
But... Yeah. But isn't it a fight between the...
Well, it was just after, I'm going to mess up the name, but the Peloponnesian War between Athens and Sparta. But Origins is actually,
Egypt.
I think
with
it's
the Leo
after.
Rome,
Yeah, it's Egypt, but it's with the Roman takeover of Egypt.
Do I think I'd be a good gladiator? Probably not. I mean, I guess I could entertain the crowd and stuff, but if we were doing actual, like, brutal combat, I don't think I would do well with that.
What guy could you take, though? Like, it was just, yeah. Very different lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could pick up a Navy SEAL who might be a good gladiator.
Well, I think gladiating, it's not just about fighting, it's also about, like, showmanship and, you know, the theatrics
Well,
of
I think
it.
we talk about it every time we play this, but that thing I was watching where they were talking about the gladiator and how they're pretty sure it's a lot of it was for show. You know, that it would. They kind of. Some people have pondered if it almost was more like WWE.
That's
that you would
always
get
the
two
thing,
really
yeah.
famous fighters. Yeah, and why would you have them kill each other? These guys both sell toys and tickets. You know that. Yeah, you just have to fake out a fight. You know, and oh hey, one guy barely wins, and hey, I'll get you next week, Spider-Man. Right?
You gotta stand on the other thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
You gotta stand on the other thing.
Oh, okay. You know, it's really cool. That's a really neat thing looking back on Rome is how, like, obviously they were relying on some things, a lot of things, but like some of their society things were really almost on par. In one bar where they had two basically Roman gladiators, and we know of their writing in the time period, and what we found in the bar was basically an advertisement. And when they translated it, it was kind of their pictures, and it was like, hey, I say let's drink, I say let's eat, and the last slogan, last gladiator's like, well, let's do it at so-and-so pub. Translated it to, yeah, so it was literally, like, it was an advertisement.
Yeah.
Gladiators to come drink at Joe's pub, and it's, okay, so, you know, people don't change. At least not a whole lot.
All of our systems are like derived from Rome.
That's fun to think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you look at the Dark Ages when Rome collapsed, it was all Europeans taking what books were left over trying to
Are you on your Wi-Fi?
stuff. Probably. I'll probably switch it over. Zap that after this fight.
Anyways, guys, the real badness is when you don't embrace the ring of the like button. Subscribing's great donations, cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, and the Amazon Smurfly link. Buy anything on Amazon, the link in the video description. Are you not entertained? Oh god, there's a firefucker. Let's do this, guys. Who's on? Oh, For Honor and Destiny are collaborating? That's a little weird. Yeah. Why didn't this get patched for the 1X? Because it was a launch title. I don't think, like, any launch title. Usually when you do mid-gen refreshes, games from the first year of your console being out, you don't typically get enhancements. They kind of just get left behind. Which is a bit of a shame, but, you know, that's how it goes. I think it was actually more like the first 2 years. Oh, connection's been lost. Kevin's gone, guys. There must be a storm in his area. Kevin has died. Kevin has fallen, and he can't get up.
Nah, that wasn't smart of me. I plugged in the Ethernet, and it ended up kicking me. Sorry about that.
It happens. Alright, custom batch.
Alright.
What did we want to do? Forbidden something. Oh, that's all. Let's switch up. We'll do some survival stuff. Forbidden Forest. Okay, yeah. Invite one friend. Yeah, I should have warned you about that, as if you plug in the Ethernet cord while you're doing stuff, it totally breaks everything. But anyways, now you'll be able to hear Kevin, guys, without, you know.
Cutting out the whole time.
What was funny was it was getting like choppier and choppier. I was like, uh-oh.
That's funny.
I'm like, it was legible's not correct in this terminology, but it kind of fits. Like they could get the gist of it, but yeah. What is this map I was saying? The Forbidden Forest. Okay, so what were the achievements for this one? 30 environmental executions. Okay. That sounds gnarly. Don't worry, guys, we're back. Now, this will take like 15 minutes to load, so just be prepared for that, guys. No, the game has not bugged. No, the game is not broken. It just literally takes that long. For some reason.
That's funny. Sorry, just reading the chat, people mentioning, like like John Jones as a gladiator, and I just want to mention that. I thought that was always really cool for the UFC. I don't know if they still do the opening, but I remember like back in like the 2000s, up for a little bit there, they had the opening of the gladiator entering the pit, and then it would switch to the UFC as they like kind of played it off as the modern gladiators.
Oh, like promos, right?
Yeah, for it.
I think I remember that.
It was really cool. Yeah, setting the vibe for it.
Yeah, I actually kind of remember those things. I used to get invited to do that. People would go and they'd watch the UFC fights, and I was just like, whatever, I'm just here to socialize.
That's funny.
I remember going to Buffalo for one.
Yeah, because they generally had the UFC fights on. I remember going out for a gal we knew's 18th, and they had the fights on at Buffalo, so that was pretty cool.
You know,
like,
the
fights
gone,
are so expensive. Yeah, the one by Sunridge and that. I was surprised to see that was gone.
They're all gone.
Oh, every single one? Oh, wow.
In the city.
Huh.
They left us. It fled just after COVID. They pulled out. Buffalo pulled out of the city.
Huh.
It was traumatizing. I was like, I would have gone and eaten one last time had I known they were, you know. It's like if Subway was gone, would you go one last time to check it out?
Subway, I'd probably check out, yeah.
One
Buffalo.
last sub.
Yeah.
Closest
How
to the
much
Roman
could
Coliseum?
Buffalo rise?
I would say, I think WWE is probably more comparable to the Roman Coliseum. Wouldn't it be?
Well, if you're talking, that's kind of what I was joking is,
the brutality of it.
Theories for show. Well, I don't know, because if they truly were, fighting to the death, as we have records saying in Rome and that, then obviously you're not fighting to the death in the UFC, but you are genuinely, actually, like that. UFC is a real fight, or WWE, that is entertainment. I think Roman gymnastics would actually be closer to WWE. Like, yeah. That was the one thing I remember. I liked wrestling when I was like grade 6, grade 7, and I had a couple guys that watched it with. But like, Ultimate Fighting was around, and there was other like MMA stuff, obviously, since like I think like the 80s. But I remember they really hit their marketing good heading towards the later 2000s, and that's when like the Ultimate Fighter show came on Spike. And I like fell in love with Diego Sanchez just beating everybody up. But as soon as I got into MMA watching it, there was no reason to watch anything WWE. Like, it's not even close.
So we have to keep killing to survive.
Okay. So what, like a horde mode?
Yeah, but like your health is constantly depleting.
Oh, so it only goes up until it goes. Okay, that makes sense.
That's a lot of fire barrels, man. That's a lot of fire barrels. Okay, I wanted to blow that fire barrel up. Okay, well, I'm dying. Not gonna be a long survival if I die like this. I don't know if... Have we done survival mode before?
Not that I remember.
I'm not doing really well on getting environmental kills. I haven't environmentally killed anyone.
I think you just pin people up close to the walls, you know? And you can stab them on the spikes and that.
I mean, that's what I think. But I'm like, are we supposed to do like different types of ones? I killed that guy near the wall and didn't even hit him though. Yeah, but how do we know for sure? He's talking about WWE being scripted. How do we not know for sure that Gladiating wasn't scripted?
That's exactly what I was getting at, dude, is that I was watching a show of a couple historians talking that they do think that there was probably a lot more like scripted stuff in Gladiator Pit, and there was the one guy that was talking that he almost half wonders if it was like strictly for a show, because who would genuinely show up to watch people like get ripped in half and all that. But
well,
that's not fun to think about. Yeah.
Well, I guess my thing though would be like, we know they did acting and stuff.
Yeah.
So is it like so far-fetched that they acted in the Coliseum? Like if you killed your best warrior, you wouldn't be able to build up a legacy around.
Well,
like you were saying,
that's what
right?
was the example I was mentioning, was that, yeah, they had a couple gladiators that were, like, basically doing advertisements, and yeah, why would you kill that guy? Like, we found action figures of this, you know, you would literally probably go get the coolest gladiator action figure for your kid, you know, made out of wood or whatever, obviously, like, I'm not talking, like, the plastic modern day, but yeah. And it was just one take or whatever. Like, I haven't seen it like that full consensus, but it was neat to have a couple of historians saying that, yeah, when they looked into it, they do think it was a for show, you know, or at least more for show than we think. You might have had a couple undercard fights kill each other, you know, but you would never let the top dollar guys do it, right?
No. I mean, you would be pissed if you're a guy that made you millions of dollars a year. Actually, isn't like the best paid athlete of all time technically a Roman chariot guy? Do you remember? You ever heard of that story?
Yeah, not that I know of.
So this chariot driver was such a fucking big deal that I guess from a inflation and or just like a historical sense of profit, he's the most well-paid athlete of all time.
Oh, what, like way back in Rome? That's funny.
Yeah, because there's a guy, I guess he was just like the guy for Gladiator, or not for Gladiating, for doing chariots, and like they did kind of the math on how much he would make compared to now. And
I love neat little stats like that. There's the one thing I was seeing that the East India company, like Empire company, as far as they're aware, was the most powerful, like profitable company ever.
I can see that.
Compared to anything. Yeah.
Can't have been so profitable, otherwise they'd still be around today, am I right?
Yeah, right. What was it? There was, I couldn't even pronounce his name, but there was that one king out of Africa. I think it would be Mali or whatever. He was around that region, and he was like the richest man ever when they looked at like what his wealth would be overall. Yeah, so I don't know. It would be funny. A Roman athlete was the highest paid out of everybody.
I remember reading about that. I have to find out what the article thing was. So the sharks might be real. I mean, there are real sharks out there, so. Is it so far-fetched that they could get sharks into the Coliseum? Oh, I'm dying. Ugh. Is it because I'm like executing people? Or?
Like with the Gladiator, I was watching one thing that the whole thumbs up, thumbs down comes from a European like Renaissance painting.
Oh, I'm down.
They're pretty. Oh, I'm coming for you. But yeah, they're pretty sure. Yeah, there was no Roman emperor that ever did the thumbs up, thumbs down. At least that we have recorded.
Well, some of it's for show too, right?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. It's fun, right? It's absolutely. I don't know. I like the thought. What did they do?
It's a good thing to think about. God damn it, I'm fucking down again.
Oh, I think I'm about to go down. Unless I just got you up.
You did get me up. I got knocked down. And I got up again. The only problem is, like, I think I've been doing, like, tons of executions. I wonder if it's because I'm not just killing them. I'm, like, kind of that's killing me now. Maybe I just got hit.
I'm only getting help from the executions, yeah.
Because I was executing guys, like, left, right, and center, but maybe I had too much of a gap between executions. I'm glad these guys are enraptured. What is with the weird icons or something? You see that on the map? I'm like, wonder what those do. Look, all these arrows off in the distance. Like, we're kind of just like covering a corner here, which is hilarious. Oh, maybe it's these big catapult kind of circle things. Oh god, I see. Okay, it's
well, we're getting
arrows.
smoked with the arrows, so that's what took me down there.
Yeah, maybe that's what got me was the death arrows. Oh god, I revived you and then there's death arrows.
How do you roll? Can you roll on this?
B button, B button.
B button. Okay, that would save me a lot.
I'm dead too. We lost.
Yeah.
We're failures of the arena. The foot. I've always wanted to try the footlong cookies, but you know. How did we do there towards that achievement? Let me see.
What's it, 300 kills or whatever?
It's 30 kills. Alright, we need to do one on the island. Highest paid athlete. Ever. Oh, yeah, okay. So his name was Gaius Apolusius Diocles.
Yeah.
Between 104 AD and 146 AD. His career winnings were 35.9 million secriteses or something like that. Whatever that means.
Yeah. So just for a cumulative wealth of it would have been worth at that time compared to now. He works out to #1.
First place in 1462 of 4,257 team races. How do we even know this?
Right.
How do we even know this? He raced
It's gotta
4
be some,
chariot
from
races.
some record. That was one cool thing I was reading was they were talking about like for certain historical figures that people were like, oh well, why do we have no writing on them? And one guy was talking about, well, we don't have writing on hardly anything or anyone. You know,
barely anything.
it's just the books that were mass produced for the time or were written down by very influential, powerful people, so it was able to be passed on, so on and so forth. And then we kind of connect the stories from, you know, those books, and it does make sense.
Okay, 24-year career,
Yeah.
$15 billion.
Wow. Yeah, you know, that's awesome.
Yeah, take
Kinda
that,
neat
Messi.
joke I like, you know, everything's been done at one point in time in history, you know.
Oh, we just repeat
Kinda
things.
fun.
Concepts are the same, we just change how we present them.
Yeah.
We picked the island, right?
That's what I think, yeah.
Alright, it's 50 gamer score for finishing a round on this thing.
Okay.
Whoa! Hey, we
Oh.
didn't gingerly look into each other's eyes.
Yeah, right.
I want to see that desire in the arena.
There's actually one really cheesy, like, kind of, I think it's okay to say, super nerdy thing I was reading, where they were talking about, I think it was the Greek hoplite stance or whatever with the sword, with the spear and shield, and we don't know what the standard combat stance was with whether it was done overhand or underhand, because we seen on, what would it be, like vases or urns, whatever, of it done both ways, but we never found any training manual or anything that truly described, or at
The
least
proper
that's
way
what
to
I
do it?
saw. Yeah, the proper way to do that. So there's like apparently all these people who have like debated this and made like their own YouTube videos discussing how they think, no, this would be the proper way and all that. And I was like, oh my god, like, yeah.
It's kind of fun, though.
Yeah, I think it's really neat.
The proper way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's like, even for like modern recorded history, most of our stuff only goes back like, what, 100-something years? Like songs and that?
Yeah.
We've only been recording music for like 150 years at
Well,
best? Not even?
What was it? Weren't you talking about there was like a submarine or something like that? They found a couple of movies or something?
Oh, yeah, no, they find stuff
Yeah.
in like submarines, they find stuff in like old like silver mines. And
Yeah.
isn't it like 60%, or no, 80% of all silent era films are lost forever?
That's incredible. Actually, as cheesy as it might sound, there might have been a really killer movie. You know, but we don't have it anymore.
Well, you know, they just released, or whatever, publicly, the 5.5-hour full remastered version of Napoleon from 1927. You need 3 screens to watch it.
You need to. Why?
Because the main screen shows one screen, and then the 2 other screens show off like 2 other different screen colors that kind of like fit into the movie. It was supposed to be a 6-part series, but instead of making 3 of them, he blew all the budget on making just the one film. But yeah, I guess it was groundbreaking because it was the first film that did like quick shots, close shots, and like it literally invented certain types of filmmaking.
That's cool.
Yeah, kind of neat. Kill, kill, kill. Yeah, guys, kill that like button. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming the channel member. Oh,
I really appreciate
yeah.
Yeah.
Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, and that Discord for stream alerts. Also, that Amazon store affiliate link. Nice, and it's. What about Roblox? Is that the sequel? No, this is Rise of Rome. Yeah. Upscaled this game. I will forever wish we had a sequel or a remastering for this game. It would be fantastic. Okay, so people are saying the foot-long cookie is too much cookie for one man. I disagree. They say the deployment of the Spartan team is a gross misallocation of valuable resources. I disagree.
Awesome.
Oh, fuck. Ah! Ah! This game is so fucking cool. Where would they even find the men for this?
Shoving people off the thing would be environmental, no?
I don't think this one has environmental kills, does it? I think it's just Forbidden Forest. I don't know, I could like pause and check, but maybe this one does have environmental kills.
Well, because if I keep beating these guys up and then I do it, yeah, like that, like you just push them off. But...
I would assume that's environmental. I mean, there's no other environmental kills you could get in this area other than, like, is there like in a post you could put somebody up like by or something? I don't see a post anywhere. Oh god, I got downed. I've fallen and I can't get up. Is Kevin Stalker too? Kevin does not stalk, amazingly not.
No.
It seems like a thing he would do, but no, he does not. It's kind of stupid that this game has a pause thing. So I got 50 gamer score there. 7 minutes of Dockyard. Oh, Dockyard might be fun. 7 minutes of Courtyard. Play all the vistas. So let me check the thing. So survive for 7 minutes on Firestorm. 30 environmental executions on the island. Oh, so there is one for doing that, for pushing people off the ledge. Fuck me. Let's do another round of that. Let's get that achievement, dude.
Sure. So that was counting.
Yeah, that does count. Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't even think of that one because I'm like environmental. It's like customize Gladiator with battle packs. No, I do not want to quit this match. The island. Yeah, let's go back to the island. Let's go back to the island. Back to where we stabbed the people into the water. There must have been some pretty legendary runs of like Gladiator athletes where it's like, oh my god, Giganticus. Fuck, that guy's fun to watch out there. It would have been so cool to actually like visit Rome and see what it was like. I bet the technology and the stuff they have there, it's probably just like today, but like, you know, ye olde style.
Yeah, you know, yeah. And really, so there was a cheesy thing. They were showing one depiction they have in Rome that they found where it was a doctor who was taking care of cataracts in the eye. You know, like
In the
because
eye?
of the calcium.
I
Yeah,
thought cataracts of
literally,
the ass.
yeah, right. Well, I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, cataracts, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But basically, what he was doing is he had a little needle that he was putting in the eye, like just underneath, and it had a little like at the end of the tube, it had a little hole that then he would suck and like with your mouth, and they would pull, you know, the calcium deposit out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like, I know it's like, I don't know, that's impressive. You know what I mean? Like, not the most sanitary thing or whatever, but that some guy figured, hey, you know, the filmy stuff behind your eye, what if I could get rid of that and could do something delicate like that? Like, it makes you wonder what else they could do, you know?
Aqueducts,
Yeah.
medicine, safe roads.
Well, yeah.
I mean, what else have the Romans done for us?
Rome's done, yeah. The barbarians don't come around. Safe to go out at night.
Safe to go out at night. There's a lot of order here. Not to mention the
But other than
games.
that, what have they done?
Nothing. God.
It was kind of funny. They were showing one page on Instagram I was following, and dudes like remaking foods that we have record of from Rome, like in their cookbooks. And oh, what is it? It's like this like certain fish sauce that's like kind of made from guts or whatever, but like it's on everything. You know?
It's on everything.
Yeah, like I swear, like 90% of the things he makes, it's this sauce.
That's understandable.
Garum. My girlfriend just told me garum, whatever that is. But yeah, that garum sauce, like he was literally showing like a pastry donut that would have been actually like really famous for like the upper class or like for the gladiator kits that you would get, and it had this garum sauce on it.
What's really interesting is the father of the original Xbox. He brought back 30,000-year-old bread. Was it 30,000 or 3,000-year-old bread? I think it was 3,000-year-old bread. That makes more sense.
What is? Sorry?
The guy who like is the father of Xbox, like the guy who made the original Xbox, Seamus or whatever. He brought back like bread. That's his thing that he does now. Is he bakes.
He bakes? That's awesome, but he makes so much money. You just get to pursue what you want.
Yeah, so like that's all he does now. Is he like, and he brought back like this ancient strain of bread.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he used the yeast or whatever, and yeah.
Is the yeast man?
Yeah, he brought back the bread, I guess.
Not in a negative way. Oh, sorry.
He delivered. It's kind of funny. He's a bread guy now. Everyone's got a hobby. That's what I was saying. If I ever get really overly successful on YouTube, I'll become a sommelier in my spare time for the walls. That would be funny. I need to kill you. You take too much damage, so I can't get my health up. This is actually really entertaining.
Pursue bread. I taught that. I've had some coworkers that were like, "Oh, you know, like I can't not be at work. I don't know what to do in my spare time." And I thought, like, you know, like get a hobby. You know what I mean?
Tons of stuff you can
like,
do.
There's tons of stuff, you know. Like, yeah, like really find yourself. And I just think that's kind of neat, you know. That hey, after I finish making Xbox, I make bread. And
You know, it's really odd, and I see it like all the time. You know Maitland Heights?
Yep.
There's a guy that just
there.
chainsaws wood structures. Like he just
Oh, really?
he makes like wooden chainsawed like statues outside of his house. It's like on the drive to get in there, and you can just see him all the time. He's just cutting all these wood statues up and making like
Oh God.
wooden structures. It's quite entertaining.
This is what he does, eh? No, cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if this is his job or just his hobby, but oh, I got downed. I saved you though. Be back. Weed in the furnace, you know it. I'll have to look that up. I'm googling all this stuff. Seamus bread dude. Bread revival. Bread Xbox. How did we do for that percentage? Okay, 4,500-year-old bread. He's an experienced baker and an amateur Egyptologist. 4,500-year-old bread. So that's exciting. 30, though, that would take a while. Okay, let's try to get one of these other achievements. Let's try to go for 7 minutes of survival in the dockyard, Kevin. In the dockyard. But the question is, guys, are you not entertained? So 7 minutes is a long time. Considering I think we've been lasting 3 minutes. Which for some is a long time.
Time. The joke, but well, you. I'm lucky if I go through.
Anyways, into the arena for gladiating. Survive as long as you can. I mean, that's the goal. 7 minutes. Try not to suck it up, Kevin. Or soak it up, I guess.
Right.
That's actually like a really long time in this.
It's those arrows.
Gotta get away from those.
Yeah.
I figure if we play this like once a year, we should eventually get all these achievements. As long as they don't shut this down on us. I also find another big problem is those like larger fat guys. They take longer to kill and they're more difficult and it's harder to grind up stuff. Cake or Coke old fashioned. Lol. With actual cocaine, that's the proper way to make Coke. It must have been really annoying when you were a company back in America and all of a sudden, you know, the government wanted to make these corporations where it's like, oh, you're not allowed to put poison in food anymore or drinks.
What do you mean? That's like half the ingredient.
Cocaine? That's what Coke is? Cocaine without, or Coke without cocaine? We're not a company. Fuck. That's how the addiction comes in. Ow.
I'm taking all that stuff this stream. Like, I get a kick out of that too. You look at like, especially the 1800s in that. You know how like there was like Coke chewing gum.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you could get, and you look at like the opium dens.
Opium dens, yeah, that was big.
And stuff. Yeah, you know, it's like the really old generation of like, oh, you know, like they had all those values back then. It was like, dude. They were high all the time, you know?
There's some crazy ass people, man.
Yeah. No wonder they were so aggressive. Like,
Well, I think if you were going to opium dens, you'd be pretty chilled right out.
Oh.
Yeah. All the achievements in this? I doubt that. No stalker too? Yeah, I guess that's all people want from me is just stalker for streams. That's all I am now is a
Congrats,
stalker.
you just became a stalker streamer.
Yeah, that's my future. People just don't appreciate the magic.
Trying to
of
explain
RYSE.
on a date what the game is, you know? Like, you're known as a stalker now.
I am the stalker. They call me stalker. You would know that if you watched my streams. Ugh. I mean, most women do actually look up my stuff when I talk to them now.
I remember when you were telling me that, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Do you highlight what you do?
No.
No? So then what? They literally are just going out of their way to type in your name?
Yep.
That's so odd.
Happened a few times. People find it weird, I don't get it, but yeah. Ugh. I think Filet's saying before Xbox is gone, I'll try to get all the achievements. I'd like to get a 1,000,000 gamer score before I'm kind of done with Xbox. That would be nice. 4 minutes in, Kevin. We're lasting long. Oh, you can go pray to the statue and fill your meter, eh?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's got like a green hue around it. I don't know if it's still green for you, but like I went here and prayed and it filled up my
Oh god.
my white stuff.
Okay, that's what's gonna kill me.
We still have 3 minutes left, Kevin.
I blew that.
Oh god. Ugh. My health is critically low, unless I kick this guy's ass. We only got 2 minutes left to live, guys. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. It was really crazy at the film festival. I watched a wrestling movie that ended with the one girl bringing out a chain and fighting Satan.
Really? The ultimate match?
Yeah, it was an intriguing film. It was a horror film, but yeah, it's quite an experience, I would say. And at the film festival. I think that's because it was shot around here, if I recall correctly. They want me tilted and angry at the wasteland. People love when I get mad. They complain about it in the chat, but the people love when I get angry at video games. They really do. It's not healthy. Ah. 1 minute left, Kevin. I didn't even notice there was a timer the times we tried this. You need to zone in right now, Kevin. Zone in.
I'm trying to.
45 seconds. Is there any statues I can pray by? Oh, wow. My health is, like, literally depleting. Oh, no. If you pray at the statues, it increases your health, too. Okay. We got this, Kevin. I believe in you.
I just died?
I would say that on my screen.
Oh, I did actually just go down. But we hit 7 minutes. What do you do?
You have to survive 7 minutes, Kevin. Just because you imagine it doesn't count. We did it. You know, when you put your mind to it, guys, you really can achieve anything in the arena. I am bleeding out. Kill to survive. I'm trying. How did you get back up? I don't remember reviving you. Oh, I'm back up. Now I'm alive. Okay. Oh, now I'm dead. Nope, I'm alive still.
Oh, no, I'm down.
You're back, Evan. I'm going to die. Oh, I'm dead. You got this, Kevin. Oh.
Actually roll myself out.
You should roll yourself. Transform and roll out. You're down? It doesn't even say you're down on my screen.
Oh, I'm still kicking.
That's weird. It was like telling me to revive you. I was like, huh? Ah. This is a lot of fun playing this. It's a great hack and slash. I was saying how much I was looking forward to this today after all this work I've been doing recently on streams. This is great. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Ah, they got me.
Like I say, such impotence. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Why isn't Fallout 3 boosted on PlayStation? Because it's just being streamed over the cloud, man. They can't boost it that way. Good. Alright, now we need to do 7 minutes of Firestorm, Kevin.
Oh, what? We gotta go around the world on this one?
There's 3 levels, I think, that have that, so we gotta do
3.
Firestorm for 7 minutes. We need your guys' likes on the stream for 7 minutes.
Whoa!
Subscribings, great donations, cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, and that Discord for stream alerts. There's also that Amazon store affiliate link. 4-kilometer walks, oh god. It takes like half an hour to do 4 or 3 kilometers in that game. Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, there's actually some walking in there, right?
Yeah, the one quest I did took 30 minutes, and I skipped, I think, a third of it because I paid somebody to bring me closer.
An open world?
Yeah,
I'm assuming?
it's the entirety of, well, I think it's the entirety of Chernobyl that's just been scanned into the game.
Well, isn't that cool?
I guess so, if you're into that kind of thing. I guess that's actually the accurate amount of time it would take to fucking walk somewhere that far, isn't it? Like 3 kilometers, like 10 minutes a kilometer. Yeah, that's actually probably pretty accurate.
I always appreciate when they do stuff like that in games, though. Like,
Oh yeah, it's so much
I don't
fun.
know.
Walking
Yeah.
aimlessly in the open.
well, no, just like the map style and all that. There was one thing they were showing on Hell, at least one of the maps. It was literally based off of an ally recon plane going over, taking photos of the map. That was really cool. And when we were playing 6 Days of Fallujah, they showed the map of Fallujah, obviously, you know, like that game was really trying to be it. And that's when I looked at the Fallujah map on Squad, and they nailed it perfectly. And Kingdom Come is the coolest, where like I've seen video comparisons of what like they believed it looked like then and how they did it in the game and how it looks now, and like some of the churches are still standing, and that is just so cool. I don't know, I think it's a really neat attention when devs have, you know, the care to like put that much like research and work into an area.
To make it realistic.
Feels more like you're getting that. Well, it just, yeah, it feels more like you got to do it, but simulated. You know, I don't know.
I get what you're
cool. Yeah.
I was actually debating on grabbing Kingdom Come for PlayStation because it's $3. I was like, it's time for another review. The sequel is coming, Kevin.
Yeah.
The sequel is coming. Seven minutes is all I can spare. We've got Kevin in this ring for 7 minutes. Well, you know, if we invited Mitchell to this... Oh, here we go. You'd have to go to bed by now.
Right.
He's a busy guy. Also, dude, we haven't talked about it, but the amount of snow over the last couple of days? Jesus Christ.
Disgusting, man. That's rough.
I missed last year's global warming scenario because holy crap. I was going down 16th, the far right lane. Not even a lane. Oh, here we go. Emotional. I love that just watching us do this. Tell me this ain't scripted, bro. Yeah, imagine this with like 8 players in a big ass arena doing this stuff. That would be fucking awesome. Get way more enemy spawns. I've noticed more and more in 2 and Stalker where you like get too ahead of the AI and they all just stand there waiting for you to trigger them. It's kind of bad. And guys, Kevin's priming for Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, actually, the whole thing. I do not get the hate for that game because, like, my one buddy put 50 hours in it. We're running through, finished the Leon campaign, and he was talking. Had another guy that was like, "Oh, you're playing Resident Evil 6?" I was like, "Yeah, it's fun." He's like, "Wow, that's the first positive thing I've ever heard about that game." I'm like, "What?" And I remember even you were talking that like there's some like opinions on it, and I went on Reddit. That's my favorite place to look at what people have to say. And it was just people like, "Oh wow, Resident Evil 6 is trash." And it was like, what? Like, anyways, I don't get it. It's really cool.
Too actiony for people.
Oh no. You know, like...
That's why they like 7 so much, is it was a return to full horror form. I think it was more like they were tired of people with Resident Evil chasing, like, or the developers chasing trends, I guess. That's a very common thing you read about online for complaints on games, trend chasing for developers. Halo, they get that.
No, I could see that. I thought it was funny. It's calmed down a little bit, but we talked about it. But like that 2019 to like almost kind of recently, where every game needs a battle royale.
It's so hot.
And like, yeah, and well, I don't know. There's just a lot of game series where it's like, nah, you're your own thing. You know, like come on.
Yeah. Don't chase someone else's identity. Like that old commercial from Canada Land.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you know, not everyone's good at everything, but everyone's good at something.
Yes. You're right, Kingdom Come is like one of the only games that doesn't inject any fantasy stuff into it. It's authentic through and through, I will give them that.
Oh, it's spectacular. So you gotta probably do a cheesy like middle school paper with the information it gives you too, like you know.
Yeah.
But it's fun because just being a medieval knight, you know, there's a lot of dueling involved. This game was really cool because it had a super grounded feel to it, but the supernatural element to it made it such a Roman epic, you know, of like two gods fighting over what will happen with you and Nero sort of thing, but it was like a bet because they were bored. And like that's super fun.
It's a nice edge to the craziness of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where was my hot take on Kingdom Come though, and I had the one guy that I got to play it, and he was even joking that like he does not pre-order games anymore, but he will pre-order Kingdom Come 2. Nice. And I was like, well, what would you think for the statement that Kingdom Come
I'm
is
down.
better than Skyrim? Oh, I'll come get you.
20 seconds left, Kevin. You just gotta clutch.
Sorry, I'm in this weird animation he's taking forever with.
Roll for your health and your life.
Gotcha. Oh, I'm down now.
I think I'm doing a double execution somehow.
Dude.
We did it! Heroes of the arena, Kevin. Heroes of the arena. What can we expect? They have to print me out a new code for Resident Evil 4, because the one they sent me is a duplicate. But Village, it should be in the next few days. I'm probably gonna film it after the stream's done, but yeah, it'll probably be a few days away. Like Stalker has been taking an extraordinary amount of my like recording time. So
We have been busy. What was it? I think it was a couple days ago. I was suggesting like, hey, we should play this. And you're like, oh man, I'm busy. Basically, you know.
Yeah, it was like Saturday. I think I said conservatively, and then I was like,
that's literally your reply.
Yeah, this is like too fucking busy. Like, there's all these other games we want to do too, but it's just like fitting them in too. Like, I haven't streamed Flight Sim yet, but that's because that game's a fucking mess right now. I didn't get the achievement. The fuck? It was 7 minutes, was it not?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Maybe it just bugged for me. Did I miss it? No, I didn't get it. Weird. Yeah, mine still says 44%. Alright, then we have 7 minutes on Courtyard. Sparta Total War. Yes, yeah, so there's a couple Spartan games from the old stuff. Oh, hey John, how you doing? Been a while. Do I know when? It's February for Kingdom Come 2. I laughed that Avowed left because it was too busy of a season. They moved to February and then everyone else moved to February. That was kind of funny. Is it Courtyard, did I say? It's Courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's February. Are Kevin and I going to do any games over the holidays? Well, we talked about a few we've been wanting to do, right? More Starship Troopers, because we can do it on the Pro, and, you know, tie it in. And what was the other one? Enlisted. And Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil. Yeah.
Wasn't there another one?
I think this was the fourth one.
This was the fourth one, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a list of games we've been talking about to do. Some of them I was like playing them on the Pro, and I was like, oh, this would be so fun to do a nice stream of this. Yeah, that one. Obviously, someday we might do Gears, but I'm not expecting to do those anytime soon. I don't know, but maybe. Yeah. So, Starship Troopers, Enlisted, and the Resident Evil. But Resident Evil would be like a two-parter, Resident Evil 6, so... I guess it depends on how popular those are, if we do them like back-to-back, or if we kind of space them out, or Stamina 2 would be a big thing there, but... Well, we'll see how that goes. I also wanted us to do the Resident Evil Revelations games.
Yeah.
So, oh, Dead Rising 3! That's... I want to do Dead Rising 3.
That would be fun, yeah.
Yeah, that's another one, guys, that we've been talking about for ages to do. But I'd like to do the Revelations games, but I want to get Resident Evil 6 out of the way, and then maybe I'll gift them to Kevin in like the New Year sale or whatever, the countdown sale. Because I'm thinking they'll be on a better deal there, with all the like suits and crap and stuff. And yeah, because those are two you can get a. Ooh, oh, yeah. Because I think you get like two streams out of those. Yeah.
I think it would be cool to have one of the double executions and your gladiators. Like, I appreciate you, dude.
Bro.
Bro.
What is Crytek doing? Well, they had to help fix the remasters, but currently they're working on Crysis 4, which I believe is supposed to come out this year. Oh, I just got that achievement, Kevin.
Did you? Oh, okay. It took a second.
Yeah, it just popped up after, I guess. Yeah, so Crytek, their Crysis Battle Royale got cancelled. They had to help fix the remasters. But yeah, they're working on Crysis 4, which I think... Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. It should be coming out this year, if not next year. But yeah, that's what they're doing right now. And then after that, I don't know for sure, because they're a studio that's been in trouble for a long time, so Crysis has to do well for them, or they might fold or sell. And I believe they were supposed to be working on RYSE 2, but I don't know if that's been completely axed at this point. Yeah. Dead Rising 3, I love Dead Rising 3. That, to me, that was the true next-gen looking game when we got Xbox One. But I'd love to stream it, because Kevin and I, if you guys missed it, we did a stream of Dead Rising 2 off the record together. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And 3 we could just mow through, because Kevin's never played 3. I have a fully leveled character. I could just come in. Like, he'll set up a save or whatever. And then, yeah, we'll just come in, we'll just mow through it in one go. It should be pretty easy. Like, I'm level 50, I think, or something like that. I'll fuck everybody up. It'll be really funny. I think you'll like it too, because the zombie crowds are like insane.
They're saying it's huge, right? Like, stall out your not good PC huge, you know?
Like, we didn't do 4 or 3, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, like the crowds are like massive. Like, I'm talking like 5-6 times more what they were in like the other Dead Risings. Like, there's so many fucking zombies. It's ridiculous. Gladiator 2 woke? I don't think it was woke. It just wasn't really great. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I would really think of as like woke in it, as the woke kids say these days.
I think that word's thrown around too much, though.
I think so too nowadays.
Yeah, like...
Oh god, I'm dying. Is there like an Apollo statue anywhere? Oh Christ. Oh, I got hit by the fire arrows. Fuck me. Oh, I'm back up. Oh, I got hit by the fire arrows again. Fucking fire arrows. Crysis 4, who's gonna play that? I don't know. Let's see what works. It's an okay sequel? You're damn right, it's an okay sequel. But yeah, it wasn't great or anything. I don't know if that's made worse by the fact that like the original Gladiator is like an all-time classic, but Probably.
Oh my god.
I got you, Kevin.
Thank you. Bailing me out here.
I need a... Is there a statue of Apollo somewhere? Okay, I got time. I'm running over to the statue because it, like, replenishes your health. I think... Is this one? Does this count or no? Oh, God. Are you one that works? Ah, here we go. Oh, it just replenished my ultimate. Fuck! Didn't replenish my health. Did it replenish your health?
Oh, no.
How did we do on that? Were we close?
I think we're 5 minutes, maybe?
Fuck. Let's give it another whirl here. Let's give it another shot, Kevin. We need more time. What the next crisis will look like? I don't know. Probably eye candy, shooting something weird with aliens, cool suit, something like that. Prototype 3. There was never a Prototype 3 to my knowledge. That was never a thing. Yeah. Well, no, Prototype 3 became Spider-Man, didn't it? I remember that correctly. It became the Amazing Spider-Man games or something like that. Yeah. Or was it the Spider-Man games became Prototype? I might be misremembering that. Well, I will say also, guys, as far as this being the most beautiful 900p game ever, this is the first time for me, unless I complained about this earlier in the year when we streamed this in May, this is the first time I'm noticing this game actually looking blurry. So it's starting to show its age to me. Which for a game that's 11 years old, not 11. Oh, no, yes, 11, right? Because 2013?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Fuck me. It's been a decade? Oh. Oh, yeah.
No,
This guy.
isn't that wild?
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so if I get into that Google Pilot thing, it would be so funny if they're scraping this for AI stuff, and it's like, they moan a lot in it. Oh, fuck.
The tension is high.
In this stream, they talk about historical facts, the biggest paid athlete of all time, and they have constant moaning. Oh, fuck. Now I'm making you feel old? 10 years or 11 years ago. Ugh.
There's a bunch of things, man. I saw 2 videos. One was they were doing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they had some of the rookies in that, and 2 or 3 of them genuinely didn't know what a VHS tape was called.
That makes sense.
They're like, yeah.
VHS has been around for 20 years now, right?
Yeah, but still, like, that's just insane. Like, I know what a VHS is. Like, what are you talking about, you know? And then saw one of these people, like, just heading out to the club, and they're asking them, like, who would you consider old? And they're like, oh, anyone born in the 1900s.
The 1900s? Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I love that joke, right? It's not like, oh, yeah, you were born in, you know, 90s or 80s. It's not, you were born in the 1900s. Like, it's hilarious.
Here's a good one for you, Kevin. 25th anniversary Toy Story 2 was yesterday.
Oh, God, right? Like
And it's the 20th anniversary of the Polar Express.
Oh, also, I don't know if I sent it to you, but there's this one thing of like, oh, when did you start COD? And it only went back to 2007. It didn't include the earlier CODs.
That's how old those are.
I know, man. Like, wow.
That's how you get old, guys. So it's safe to say our best years are behind us. Actually, I'm probably doing better than I've ever done.
Life was gonna be this way.
His life was gonna... Oh, God. Actually, I think health-wise, I kind of peaked just before COVID started.
Oh, yeah?
But then again, I never weighed less than I did like a year or 2 ago for like a few years, so there's that. But I think like successfulness and stuff like that, definitely never been this well off for what I was doing in that. So.
As long as you keep waking up, more time to go, right?
Yeah, right? Or a 10-piece? A 10-piece what? Chicken nuggets, I'm assuming you say?
10-piece. Easy.
Yeah, I don't... Big Macs are kind of disgusting. Why don't you just not buy McDonald's and spend an extra $1 and eat, like a burger or something? Or good food.
I don't know, some of it's really expensive, man. I don't know what a big fan you are of A&W, but
That's
I went and got a
overpriced,
meal.
A&W.
It is way overpriced, and I missed it. Like, what was it? For me to get 2 burgers and like a fry and be like overly stuffed, in my teens, it was $12, and I always got a kick out of it because it was $12 exactly, no change. I got a burger each for me and my gal. It was $45 with the meal.
You didn't use a coupon?
No, I should have brought a coupon, but that blew me away, dude. For 10 more bucks, I can take her out to like an actual like place to eat. Yeah, like that's just not even remotely close to worth it.
Why do you think so many of these fast food companies are struggling right now?
Well, it's kind of a joke. Like, come on, call me arrogant in the ways of the economy, but I just don't buy they have to make it that expensive.
They don't, but they can, and they're trying to do it. And they're still struggling, which is what gets me. Do you hear about that crap where our government's buying like election votes?
No, I haven't heard that one yet. Wouldn't surprise me.
No sales tax for 2 months starting mid-December.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Well, not no sales tax, but like most things like dining out or buying video games, not digitally, hilariously, physical video games. No sales tax or government, like no GST, no provincial sales tax on.
That's what they're saying. We talked about it on our own time, but there's a couple policy changes they're making that are quite hilarious because it's not what they're usually about, and it's like, oh, okay, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like they're just straight up buying votes. They're gonna give us like $250 in like April or something, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of jokes about that. There is just random stuff I've had this last year, especially. There's been like 2-3 times where my sister was like, "Oh yeah, check your bank account," and I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Oh, like everybody got like $300."
I'd prefer if they just didn't take that fucking money from me in the first place.
Right.
You know, but you know what's also really bad is like some people they're saying it's like vote buying, but for me, I think we're gonna have like one of the worst on record sales years ever for like retail and stuff in Canada. I think they're trying to soften the blow by removing GST and
money
stuff.
to go buy stuff or something.
Yeah, I think people are just completely out of money in this country, and I think our sector is more fucked than people think it is. And I believe this is just like a last-ditch effort to try to pad their December sales, just to be like, see, look, our economy's not totally fucking destroyed.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yep.
There was that. I've never had it totally confirmed, but there was that one thing.
Roll, Kevin, roll. 20 seconds. I'm gonna die. You gotta survive. 15 seconds, Kevin. Hold strong.
I got it.
Hold
I didn't use
strong.
my special yet. I'll stay alive.
Alright, we're 8 seconds left. We're good. We got this. Anyways, like we were saying. Yeah, I theorize it's not just about buying votes, but I also think it's just to try to make our retail numbers look inflated. Because I bet they're looking pretty bad. I've heard from a few big retail companies that the numbers are not looking good this year. Ugh. You have to pick this up. It looks fun. It's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass still, it's on there. You get the Ultimate Edition or whatever, Legendary. It's lots of fun. This game, really, really fun. Like you play a Souls game, Kevin.
A Souls game? No.
You know all you do is roll in those, right?
Yeah, we got a joke or whatever.
What?
Amongst the boys of the Dark Souls roll.
Did you roll on that like button? I feel like we just did that.
Oh, whoa. No, yeah, drop it. That's too good.
Subscribe, it's great donations, cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifted the Patreon option and the Discord for stream alerts. There's also Dan Amazon store affiliate link. What the hell? Oh, those are my finished ones. Okay, so I got that. It just hasn't popped yet. Okay, so... Oh, my achievement things are a little bugged right now. Okay. What else do we need to do? Centurion... 30 environmental on forest. 30 environmental on the island. I take it we just got the Courtyard achievement, right?
Yeah.
Or it should pop in a sec. I hope you'll behave tonight. I think we should back out of this and go back to the main playlist. You know what I mean? Not because we're in survival.
Let's do it, yeah. If we got it all.
I mean, there's execution kills for stuff, but we'll do that next time we play this in like a year or something. What do you want to do? Fog of War? That looks pretty cool. Oncoming Storm. Sure. There's like Egyptian. The Legion? The 14th Legion? Oh no, Hades and back. Oh yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
Hades and back. Oh, it guys, look. It's Smart Match made Kevin into the game. Remember Smart Matchmaking from the Xbox One? Huh? Remember that? Smart Matchmaking? Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible matchmaking. Yeah. Terrible matchmaking. So proud that we got that. 80s and back. Yeah, that should be fun. You joining, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm in now.
Alright, ready up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom because it takes 9 hours to load, so you got this.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I got this. Alright, let's read the chats. See what everybody has to say. For this game, there is a campaign mode. It's single player. But it's really cool, and you get a little bit of everything. You run around as a Roman legionary, you know, and yeah, eventually you end up in the gladiator pits. I don't know. I think McDonald's is good. Actually, I had a couple McDoubles earlier today. It was awesome. But yeah. It's anything. But yeah, I don't know. This game's really cool. It would be awesome if they came out with a second one, because I think it would do really good. There really isn't a lot of Roman games, or like games off of this era that I can think of. I was even talking with Sky Captain that when I think of this era, my mind actually goes to Total War, you know, for probably the biggest one. Funny stuff. Loading in this game is kind of neat because, like, it takes forever, but once you're finally in the match, you don't have to load again. Like, basically, like, you just keep selecting the match and match on and on. No, thank you for thanking me for joining, Froggy. No, that's awesome. It's fun coming and entertaining everybody while we play. Think that. If you guys are playing this one though, and you go into the multiplayer and you haven't played before, Apollo, I think, is hands down the best god to go for. None of the other gods' abilities even come close to being worth it. It was a Courtyard achievement. I have to ask him if we got that one or not. Get off the stage, right? I get a kick out of this game that if nothing's happening, you can just like sit there and taunt, you know, the crowd or whatever. It'd be kind of funny to show up to one of these gladiator pits and like, oh, hey, what happened? Oh, I just watched the guy scream at the crowd for a couple minutes. Your name's Kevin too? No way. Together we would be Kevin squared. Easy. I'm sure everybody wants Cat back, Dean, but do you have to make it so obvious? No. That's awesome. I was in the French Foreign Legion. No, they didn't let me do anything in the French Foreign Legion. They said I wasn't really good at anything. But I was allowed to join, even though I'm not good at speaking French. No, I don't know. Those guys are interesting. You can literally, I think they're still, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're still kicking today, but literally you show up, say, hey, I want to join, and then they'll like test you out, see if like you can make it. They'll make you do like chin-ups and all that, you know, if you're like you're physically fit, and then hey, serve with them long enough. I think you still get French citizenship. Interesting little group. Guaranteed that's what Sky Captain's doing. Chained Together, we did one Chained Together stream. You guys should check it out. We got really, really interesting, frustrated at one point. But we ended up getting really far up for a little bit there, and it does kind of drag on and on. It's amazing how far that game goes, though.
Not bad. I thought the arena would start. Gotta wait to pick that. I had to wait. Anyways, let's roll.
Sounds good. Telling people that they should someone mentioned Chain Together, and it was like, yeah, we have a Chain Together thing. It was really interesting.
Yeah, it was an achieving moment.
There was a mention of the Courtyard having the achievement for surviving 7 minutes. Did we get that one?
I mean, I assume we did, or if we didn't get it, it's just not registered yet and
Whatever.
hasn't popped. But I don't know if we did.
Okay.
This level's really cool. I mean, I'll check my Xbox app. Like, I wasn't here, so I don't know if it popped or not. Stupid Xbox reward points. I swear this Xbox app is like the most worthless piece of garbage I've ever seen in my life. Click the store page, or click the page for like RYSE, and it's like, here's the DLC. It's like, no, I want to know the achievements. This dumb thing. It's like, oh,
You know
man.
what's frustrating, dude, is on PC when you're trying to do something with Microsoft, but they may want you to go through on that. Like I have MCC on Steam, but whenever I play it through, I have to hook up through my full Xbox and that one's annoying. The guys wanted to play Battlefield 5, and that, like, EA has their own specific thing. You have
Oh
to,
yeah,
like,
you gotta
connect
do
to
the EA.
for PC. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
EA
that
play
is
thing.
so annoying, man. Like, you're already playing the game. What do you care?
Okay,
Wow, I
achievements
got
is
dunked
completely bugged on my phone. It's not working at all.
Oh.
What an absolute garbage app. That's the thing I don't get is like Microsoft, again, an Xbox, $1 trillion company. That's a software company, and yet their software is consistently just shit. It blows my mind. I just don't know how a software company can be so shitty at software. Oh, there we go. Now it's loading. Let's see if we got this. I'm going, guys. You were in a terrible place. I got the Courtyard achievement. Yeah, it did pop. 54 out of 77 achievements on this one. We're doing pretty good. Okay, how the hell do I get up there to grab the thing? Or do I have to kill these guys to get up there?
I don't know, but I'm in a bit of a pickle right now.
You're in a bit of a pickle. Where are you at?
I'm rolling over to you. It's just I have all big guys. I don't got a little guy I can like kill to get ammo. Or
Alright, well, I'm all by myself
health
over here,
from.
just living my best
Alright,
life, so
okay.
you figure this out.
Alright.
Yeah. If you like Arkham combat, this game is insane. Okay, that's kind of hilarious, because I think that's kind of accurate. Right? Like,
Yeah, button. It's just button mashing fun.
wait, does Arkham... I don't remember Arkham having, like, executions, though. I guess there's, like, finishers, right? But I don't really think of Arkham as, like, Batman, like, executing people.
Oh my god.
Usually have.
Okay, I just hit that guy in the spine, and he's just kind of frozen midair. Look, there's a spear in this guy's chest, and he's just like, oh, he's cool with it.
Oh my god. I'm not doing well.
Is this like the hardest fucking level in this thing? Look at all these
Well,
fucking
it's like
guys.
everybody's like a special unit, right?
Well, it is. Isn't this the hell map, like Hades or whatever?
I guess it would fit.
Yeah, this is hellish. Yeah, I know the Xbox app used to be great in the Xbox One era, and then they just turned to garbage when they redid it that one time. But man, I'm just like, I am consistently blown away by how bad Xbox software is. Like, the Xbox app on PC is mad trash. It's not integrated into the store.
Yeah.
Most of the games don't have achievements, so it's not even integrated into their own system. God, I was trying to download StarCraft, like 1 and 2, and oh my god, that was the biggest fucking pain in my ass ever getting those to download. I think I wasted 20 minutes doing that, just trying to get them to download.
What I got a kick out of, and I didn't think of it, is StarCraft 2, at least like the first campaign and the multiplayer, is just free on Blizzard.
Yeah, it's free to play. But the Game Pass version gives you the whole...
all the campaigns, yeah.
Yeah, everything. And then they released fucking the Warcraft remasters, the whole bundle, not on Game Pass. It's
Nothing,
like, what the fuck? Actually, that's all they've released this year is like fucking PC games on Xbox. It's pitiful. Okay, I've got the crossbow thing, so if you can bring these guys over, I can just shoot them with the crossbow.
Okay, they're all dead.
Oh, well. I fought really hard to get over here
out of nowhere.
to do that for you, but okay, that's funny. Well, it all worked out. Let's go and destroy this other thing. But like, it's infuriating, all of the issues with Xbox app stuff, because it's like a lot of it just doesn't work. Things aren't like properly done, and it's just annoying. But like release wise, so Xbox this year they released Hellblade, Flight Sim, which is completely broken, beyond belief, and then they have Indiana Jones, and that's it. And everything else was like PC games, like Area and Towerborn. It's like, and I guess you could call Stalker like a bit of a time exclusive to Xbox, and that one came out like fucking just completely broken. I'm calling you know, Phil Spencer and Xbox, they're like the Netflix movies of video games. All their stuff is... Oh, you could throw them into the lava? Okay, quick question, Kevin. How did they get lava into the the Coliseum?
Yeah, I think that sounds more impossible than sharks, but quite a bit. Yeah, you know.
Maybe it's like a special effects thing, you know, like
Right.
it's like a soot and... Oh. Shadow of War. Yeah, you're right. It is kind of like Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor. Nice. Let's stand on this and grab this. You guys think about chaining together. I'm just gonna pretend Kevin handled all those comments with a great finesse while I was gone.
I think I know.
Yeah. Chain together. Yeah, that one really didn't do very well, so... I don't think we'll do chain together again anytime. Anytime soon.
It's funny, because I think we were getting asked to play chain together again. You know?
Yeah. Where are you guys for the stream? Yeah. They got sharks in the Coliseum, anything's possible. I feel like lava would be harder to get.
I don't know how you would catch lava.
I mean, to some degree, if you really, really think of it, you could possibly get sharks into the arena. Yeah. Lava, though? Physically, you know, I don't think that's very plausible of a thing.
Well, like sharks, I still stick with my theory. My totally uneducated, not the right guy to ask theory is I think you just build a really massive boat with a really massive fish tank in it, find a way to catch a shark. That's a big pickle in its own right. You know, and then get said shark into the tank, and then from there, as long as it just doesn't get sick and die on the way, I think you could get a big enough tank for it in Rome or something.
I like the idea of netting it and kind of attaching it and dragging it by your ship's bottom underneath it.
Yeah.
Here's another good idea.
Maybe if you did that 30 times, it would survive. I couldn't see where it wouldn't just die, but...
Aqueducts.
Build a big enough aqueduct that it followed it along into the tank at.
And you could bait the sharks into the arena using
Yeah.
aqueducts, bro. It's the Roman way.
I gotta say, if that was the only comment your dad said about the movie, I gotta say, I feel like he wasn't entirely impressed. Not like he hated the movie, but yeah. If I had to guess.
He's a hard one to read. It's the sharks is the problem. Fucking sharks. Kevin was nervous. He's a nervous guy.
Always.
That's the role he would play in movies. Nervous sidekick.
Nervous side, yeah.
Someone's got to do it, man.
Oh, gee, Wilker, Sky Captain.
Oh, it's you. Oh,
We're gonna
no.
get lights on this screen.
Fuck. The only thing we really care about are those likes, though. So be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting. The Patreon option. The Discord for stream alerts. And that Amazon store affiliate link. How are you blowing up the... oh, you shoot the barrels in the platform?
The barrels, yeah. I didn't realize that's a part of the objective.
Destroy all the platforms and kill all guardians. Oh. This is so fucking cool. You could split this multiplayer off of this game and I bet people would check it out. It's so neat. I don't know how successful it would be because I don't think there's like necessarily a fighter genre that exists, like an arena genre that exists for multiplayer, but it would be kind of neat. Enter the gardens. Man, that water actually looks pretty good. Huh.
I still think the water in Assassin's Creed Black Flag is incredible looking for its time.
You know, the remake for that comes out in like a year or two. Like, it might actually come out.
Yeah, I know.
I think it was actually originally supposed to come out this year, but because Shadows is coming out, it's going to be delayed an extra year. I know your gal.
No, it's going to be interesting when the remake comes out. Yeah, I don't think my gal will play anything else.
Yeah, it'll just be like all about the Creed. I think that one's a pretty surefire hit for Ubisoft in a time where they're kind of struggling a bit. Because it was like, yeah, they did the, you know, the free update there for Syndicate, and everyone's like, oh, they should do this for Black Flag. I'm like, I don't think they will. They're remaking it. Everyone's like, they're not remaking it. I was like, yeah, they've even said it like officially in a blog.
Which game? Sorry?
Black Flag getting remade.
Oh, yeah. You've been talking about that one for a bit, too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been... The rumors and the leaks about that one have been said for many, many years. I think I robbed you of that kill.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, there's always 400 other guys to kill. Shark. It's all about the sharks, man. The San Jose Sharks.
Oh, the poor Sharks. Actually, no, I don't feel bad for them. They dominated for so long, it's about time they suck.
Yeah, you're right. It's so bad. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think Black Flag was being remade before Ubisoft was having troubles. It's kind of what you would call in the industry a surefire hit. I mean, as long as they do not, like, fuck up that thing, that should make them, like, a boatload of money. People really, really, and I don't entirely get it, but people, like, they love Black Flag. I think it's actually the most popular of all the creeds.
It is an excellent standalone pirate game on its own right, let alone being a creed game.
And it had a whole spin-off, Kevin.
Yeah.
You remember,
expanded on it more. What's it? There was that one game where you played the first game and you absolutely hated it, and they rebranded it as Pirates of the Caribbean for the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I'd love to get you to play the second one because it does play a bit differently, at least from what I saw from the other one. Like it's not like 2D and all that with its combat system, but that one was so cool because you had like the different colonial factions in the region, like the Dutch, the Spanish, French, so on. You could be good with one, bad with another. Like you'd get like little side missions to smuggle in, but in the meantime they'd have like little like pirate caves filled with skeletons and that too. So like it had its fantasy element. But like if I could take what would be like the concepts of that game and then throw it on top of Black Flag, like I think you would have the ultimate pirate game.
It's called Skull and Bones, Kevin.
It's Skull and Bones. Yeah, actually, Skull and Bones. I'm sorry, that was horrible. You couldn't even leave the boat. Like that's the coolest thing of Black Flag was the free roaming of it. I think that's why Assassin's Creed does so well for like the open world and that, because just the gameplay of being able to climb anything and the fighting system, it works so well for any like free world scenario, and it was so perfect for pirates, you know, jumping around and climbing up the mast and all that. But yeah, I don't know, I remember my dad playing Black Flag, and that's the only Assassin's Creed game he's ever actually really played and beat. I remember he was saying he was actually disappointed he did the storyline because it ends the game. Yeah, so I think he would have been perfectly fine running around being a pirate, looting everything, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's the direction they didn't take. Oh, thanks to the donation there, Dean. Yeah, apparently people, they only desire the thrill of Stalker 2. The online mode for RYSE was fun. That's what we're playing right now. Well, I think the thing with the older Assassin's Creed, like Assassin's Creed 2, obviously really well loved. I think it was just too long ago.
Oh, absolutely. Well, what's funny is I liked the first Assassin's Creed a lot. Obviously, the first one I played, but that one was really neat because it had the open world cities, but like the objectives were very straightforward, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it had the first Assassin's Creed was spectacular, but yeah, I don't know, man. They're all really good. The second one was good. I liked Revelations. There was that one coworker I had though, where he was asking if I played the Assassin's Creed. It was like, well, yeah, you know, like I played the first one, you know, and obviously, dude was a little bit younger, but he brought up like, oh, I've never played one, you know, past Syndicate. So I think you got a very valid point of like, well, Assassin's Creed 2 is spectacular, but how many 18-year-olds have played Assassin's Creed 2, right?
Like, at least Black Flag is relatively recent, you could say, because it's, what, about 10, 11 years old. That's still, yeah, but if you go back to the first AC, it was like, what, 2007? Yeah. That's a long time ago. But I was actually really enjoying Syndicate there because it was like it was the last old style Creed before they went all RPG-like. And you could, I loved how open it was for like picking how you kill stuff. Go kill a guy, and you know, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to, like in the newer ones where they're RPG-like, it's like, okay, you gotta be a good enough level and then you can go in, and but it's not about like the stealth or the approach. And I always like that about the older Creeds, is you can actually just like choose how you want to do it.
They got wild though. Like I was watching my gal fighting Medusa. You know, like yeah, I would have never expected that out of the old Creed games. You know, like.
I got pissed in Valhalla because I didn't realize the leveling system was such a big thing. I went and tried to do the DLC, and I was fighting like a giant fire fucking tiger. Yeah. Because it was the Valhalla DLC where you go to like their afterlife. I think it was their afterlife was that one. Or was that a different one? But I was fighting like these mythological beasts, getting my ass kicked because I wasn't a high enough level. I was like, what the fuck?
That's funny.
Because I didn't really play, like I played the beginning of Valhalla and it was kind of grounded, but then like, I guess I missed all the stuff where they added all these crazy mythological things. I was flabbergasted. Exodus was slightly open world. We called them Fable Hub Worlds, where they're like
Oh, where it's bubble.
Bubble,
Each
yeah.
map's its own little bubble. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what Metro Exodus was. I don't know if other people do that kind of thing, but that's what anything that's like open world, but it's like little hub areas, I call them Fable hub worlds. And, yeah. A favorite adventure game? I don't know, probably like the Tomb Raiders adventure game. Action adventure. There's actually a difference. I think I did top 10 action and top 10 adventure games for Game Pass not too long ago. That was fun. Yeah. Do you have a favorite adventure game, Kevin?
I was wondering, like, if there is a difference between action and adventure. There was an underrated one that I thought was really neat. My buddy's girlfriend back in high school gave it to me. It was that Wet or whatever.
That's
the gal
action.
running around. Yeah, so like that's action, but yeah, like that one was pretty cool. So
I love
what
Wet.
would be adventure? That style of game, just without doing anything really cool. I know, sorry.
Like, adventure is more like Uncharted kind of, because you're going on an adventure, you're going and doing something, going somewhere. Whereas action, it's more like high octane explosions, and you know, you're a little tighter, I think, setup.
I'll actually say this: I couldn't think of probably the last adventure game I played, if ever. I don't know.
That's fair.
Like I'd have to start. Yeah. That was always my thought with PlayStation. Like, the games do look really cool. Like, I wouldn't knock anyone for playing it, but I always thought that with some of the PlayStation games, like Uncharted and that, it's like, why would I want to watch cinematics and hit X every now and then? Obviously, there's more to the gameplay than that, but, you know.
Yeah. That's just the style, and it's obviously very big with people.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil has a lot of that. That's where it was funny, realizing like that it was more of a PlayStation game than anything.
Resident Evil?
Or at least that style, yeah.
No. GameCube.
Okay, there you go. Sure. Yeah.
No, like the original ones are like kind of really PlayStation associated, but Nintendo had like RE4 and stuff, and that was a big deal back in the day. Yeah. AC Shadows? Well, AC Shadows, there's two types of games now for Assassin's Creed. There's three types actually. There's the RPG ones, where it's like, you know, Odyssey, Origins, blah blah blah, so that's what Shadows is. Then Mirage is their new throwback, smaller Creed to fill the gaps between Creed games. And then the third one is any sort of spin-off Creed that's like, because they're doing a bunch of different multiplayer things, right? Off that Infinity Hub, I think it was called, or something like that. I don't know if it's got a new name. Didn't it leak that it's the Animus something hub system or something? Whatever that is. So that's kind of the three tiers of Assassin's Creed games. And I think the last leak said they want to do a Creed game a year for like the next 5 years or something like that, at least. Yeah, if not more. What's AC Nexus? The level cap in AC RPG is annoying. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I hate that about Ubisoft games, and it really fucking pisses me off, and it drove me fucking nuts in Avatar, was their dumb design where you have to like grind side crap in order to do main quests. I fucking can't stand it.
Sorry, but no, that's one of the things that killed Breakpoint for me.
Yeah,
You
Breakpoint
went
was
from
another one.
Wildlands, that was really like, okay, just you have the gun, you're already, you know, like special forces, you know, paid to do this. Yeah, like you can shoot anybody, and then you go to Breakpoint where it was like, oh, are you the right level for this gun? And it was like, what the hell is this?
You gotta go grind some gloves, Kevin, to be able to be strong enough
that's
to
ridiculous.
shoot something.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. Like, Avatar, it's like, oh, it's so hard, and I'm getting my ass kicked, and it's like, well, if you had went and grinded the gloves for 3 hours, or the special handbands for your Navi, you'd be able to do this. I'm like, this is like a fucking action, like a kind of adventure game. It's not like a fucking RPG. It's like every single Ubisoft game, they try to do that. It's fucking annoying.
If I'm playing something like Elder Scrolls Online, I figure, okay, yeah, I have to grind for gear, because that's kind of the thing of like MMOs, right? To keep you playing. Or for yeah, like that makes sense. But yeah, for some of the Ubisoft games, especially where the prequels were nothing like that, and it's like, why is this being added to the game?
Why am I
That's not
grinding
what I want to play
the
this for.
hell out of these levels in a game that has no reason to have this kind of grind? Like,
Yeah.
it's an artificial padding of gameplay, I get that, but holy crap is it silly. Oh, go and help this offbeat, like... And the thing is, too, the side missions are never really that great either.
No.
And it just gets bloody annoying. Throw this guy into the pit, that'd be so
Well,
cool.
actually, I think you're completely right with that. With like gameplay padding. I think that's an awesome term because it is. It's like instead of having, you know, extra story added or whatever, you grind for gear. You do the same raid or dungeon, whatever, over and over. Or
You get like a
whatever
piece
they
of
have.
armor to be slightly
Armor,
strong
yeah.
enough. And then as soon as you get that armor, magically you're able to do things. It's stupid.
Which I'll only do that for certain games I like. Like that's why I didn't get into Destiny 2. Is that not only was I not big on the storyline, but it was that style of game. It was like, yeah, no, I don't care enough to do this. Where certain things were with like Elder Scrolls Online, I like that game. So yeah, I'm willing to grind for a piece of equipment. You know, yeah. It's just not something in a game that's mediocre, something you play once that I want to sit there and grind forever on something for. Yeah.
Especially with streaming too, where I'm trying to get the game done fast. Man, it fucking sucked doing Avatar there because it was just like it got so brutal and it made no sense why it got so brutal. It was just because I literally didn't like grind out like gloves and stuff. Stupid. Like that kind of RPG system has no place in whatever that is. What did you end up picking? I just actually missed it.
The Frontier.
The what?
The Frontier. I assume it's a map based.
Oh, the Frontier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
RPG. You can't escape RPG games. Yeah, RPG mechanics have like bled their way into every single video game. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You know, it's kind of funny, like with trend chasing, but I feel like people, because you want to maximize on the game, it's just like people realizing how much money you can make off of games. It happens with everything. It happens with sports. It's happening with gaming. But that, like, you want to try, obviously, make as much money as you can. But I feel like that has made games not take risks like before and something new.
They're very
like
safe.
RPG thing. Yeah, the RPG thing following even Halo. I didn't hate it, but like it did. It seemed like it was just thrown in because well everybody else is doing it. Yeah, it's safe.
Like a Halo open world game in theory could be amazing, but they just lack the talent to be able to actually pull that kind of thing off. The talent or even the direction to actually make that a thing. But the idea of a Halo game where you go on a massive ring, theoretically that's like an evolution of the original Halo game where you have these massive open worlds that you're exploring. The idea is there, it's just the execution is just awful. Blandest open world. It's like they felt like they were forced to do an open world, they didn't want to. Ugh, terrible execution. Terrible game. Why I call it RYSE Gladiator 2? Because we were talking about Gladiator 2 and it just came out and it's a good time to do the stream with Gladiator 2. I thought that was pretty logical, right? I thought that was pretty logical.
I believe it.
Yeah. Oh, this game? Yeah, it's on sale right now. Again, it's on Game Pass too, man, if you want to play it that way. But yeah, it's $7 for Legendary Edition and all the DLC stuff. Pretty nice. And it's best played if you do the multiplayer stuff with a buddy, but the single player is really good too. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was kind of self-explanatory with the movie being out and us doing like gladiating, and I thought that made like total sense. I guess I could be wrong, but I don't know. It clicked for people last night because I was like, "Oh, we're doing stream on the Discord." I'm like, "Oh, tomorrow's stream we're doing RYSE," and everyone's like, "Huh?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, Gladiator's out." Yeah. Fucking guy, dude. Do you get him? Okay, he's gone. Fucking hell, man. you know, the Roman centurion and the fucking praetorian fucking wailing on a guy. Is that all you've got? I've cut off your leg.
Yeah, it's just a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound. You've got no arms. Get over here, you coward. Oh my god, love that movie. Oh, I have to, one of us has to hold this thing and the other has to go and, destroy the cauldron. Man, at least we got some good achievements tonight, too. We were on a roll, actually, with stuff to do. Like, getting those survival things finished. The Wicker Man! Kill them all, Kevin. Kill them all. Kill them all. You thought it was a Ben-Hur situation where they did a video game based on the movie? I don't think Paramount would do that twice. Seriously, have you guys not seen Ben-Hur on the Xbox? It's hilarious. I have a video of it. It's cherry racing. I don't think I ever did get that last achievement, though. There's always that last one.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure the whole Ben-Hur thing is a biblical tale. I think it is. Oh, it is? Okay, yeah. So, like, I thought that was a funny movie to make, because, what's it? There was, like, Ben-Hur, he did Planet of the Apes. Heston or whatever?
Heston, yeah.
Yeah, he did a Moses movie back in the day, too, and I remember my grandma was like, oh my god, you gotta watch it. Or whatever, but it was like, for those type of movies based off, like, the biblical tales, yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense in 1960 or whatever, you know, for the older audience that was really, really into a lot of that, you know, but, like, for today's generation, like, that Ben-Hur movie, nobody cared. I was like, yeah, like, who saw that coming?
Well, they think because it's IP that they own that they can, you know, since it's an all-time classic, they think they could just remake it and make some money. But do you think Heston was the type of guy that would have sat back and liked the stream?
The stream, Gary. He probably would have commented on it.
Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting. There's the Patreon option and the Discord for stream alerts. There is also the Amazon store affiliate link. Ugh. Ugh. I'm fighting 4 fat guys up here. They're very tough. I'm running away. I'm tired of fighting these fat guys. No, never mind. I'm auto-locked onto them. I cannot escape until all 4 fat men have died. How do you even get this many calories as a barbarian?
I couldn't roll past the gate, huh?
Ah, you would think as a Roman I'd have more, like, access to calories than you guys. He's dead. Thank you for helping me kill the fat ones. As a reward, you can splash the fire on the Wicker Man. Although it already looks like... Oh no, we're extinguishing the fire. Ah, okay.
Oh.
There you go. Good job, Kevin. The final wave. Am I glad to be done with Stalker? I don't know, man. Stalker had some mad views, but yeah, I am pretty happy to be done with it. Maybe we'll do a for fun Stalker this week to see what kind of view count I get on that. You got no idea there's a Ben-Hur game? Oh, you missed it, dude. It was like... Oh, fuck, I got down. It was a free game. Yeah, like, it's listed now, but it was like a free game on the Xbox One to, like, promote the movie for some reason. You should see my video on it. It's hilarious. I think I posted it on the Discord today, too. Oh yeah. Yes. And,
I'm glad you were there for that.
Yeah, I'm glad to be a part of that moment. It really is. It's a hilarious game. It's like you're riding chariots around in a circle. It's fucking funny. And kind of hard. Like that last achievement I don't think I ever got. Yeah. There's also a Gladiating game that's backwards compatible from the original Xbox and Series X, but that one's a bit hard to get. And it's always like $12, so I never want to buy it. It's too much for an old game that wouldn't get many views. We were just talking about Gladiating. It's funny. Yeah, it's literally on the Xbox. Round 1 and 2.
Great, yeah. Continue. Sorry. That was awesome. It made me laugh. So.
That's what it's all about. Someone on the Discord, was it Filet, posted a picture of me from my stream where there was a guy that was like tied up to a chair with like something covering his mouth, and I was just like drinking like my drink, and I was like so unamused looking. It was just like the funniest thing. I don't know why it was so funny.
Yeah, they do good work in that Discord. I still think the funniest is the one where you look like you're like sunburnt, like a photo. Like
oh, that
in the desert dying. I literally was tearing up laughing. That was just perfect.
Yeah, this was just like a straight up screenshot of me just like looking like just imagine the idea of like we've got someone just like tied up and everything like that. I'm about to execute him. I'm just sitting there drinking like a drink, just so unamused about this guy's presence.
That's funny.
And I was at the gym and I was just like, I couldn't stop it. I was just chuckling like fucking crazy while I was on the elliptical. I was like, for fuck's sakes. This is very funny. This water looks great, dude. Like the water physics
yes, it
too.
Does.
Fucking, like that looks amazing. The splashes on the water.
Did you ever notice with Fallout 4 that I almost feel like the graphics look better when it's raining and everyone like looks like damp? Yeah, it's interesting.
The creation engine's really good with like physics stuff and environmental details. Like a lot of people really hate on Starfield. 15 million players just hit the other week, by the way. Little indie game there. But like, if you look at the character models, like the faces, the skin, massive increase in like fidelity over Fallout 4, and just like the clothing textures are like, holy fuck, they are. Because people are like, oh, this looks worse than Fallout 4, and I was like, man, no, it's like a generational leap for like character. Like, I can't wait to see how the next Elder Scrolls looks, because just the fabrics technology and the character technology and the modeling of that, massive increase. I was playing Oblivion on the PS5 Pro to do a video. That game, the way it does the sense of scale in that game is amazing. I just want to throw that out there. Like, you can be like way, and you can still see like the Imperial City and like huge ass forests.
Always gotta keep
amazing
out of that, man. The Imperial Tower is basically visible everywhere in the province. Like, that's awesome.
It makes that game feel massive.
Yeah.
Truly impressive. Taskmaster? I think they're going to kill her off in the beginning of the movie and replace her with a proper Taskmaster, from what I know. A step climber. I've done a step climber before, but it's not something I do. I do the elliptical because it's easy on the knees. It's just kind of funny because like that picture just fucking killed me though. I don't know why I found it so funny, but just my like facial expression and complete like lack of like just care into it. I almost sent it to Mitchell. I probably should have, because I was gonna send him that. I was just gonna be like, why do I find this so funny? Just really genuinely fucking chuckling at it. I was like, this is ridiculous. Trying to see if I can send that to you actually on Discord. A lack of CBE mods for Starfield? Probably because it's the 2.0 engine, and the people that made that mod don't really care for Starfield, so that's probably a big problem there. But you gotta have the modder want to build for it too, right? Actually, I'm a little shocked that Bethesda or someone at Xbox didn't step up and like actually make that mod happen, like pay the modder to make that. Can someone like tag Kevin on that picture? I can't find it by scrolling and killing people. I want him to see this photo thing. But like, you know, like if I was running Xbox and they didn't have like the main mods for like my new like Bethesda game, I would go and I'd like find that content creator that made that stuff. I'd pay them some fucking money to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that is to me, that is the biggest mod that I'm aware of for, like, all Bethesda games is the CVE, because it's the bodies mod. It's kind of an essential thing, and it's still not in Starfield, which to me is, like, a major fuck-up. And this sounds stupid, but these mods, like, they drive photos, pictures, engagement, and they're very important. Which, again, sounds stupid and ridiculous, but it is a big eye-catcher for people. They care about that.
That's interesting. It's got 15 million players. I wonder if you'll hear more love to Starfield as time goes on.
When they launch that on PS5 next year, I bet you it'll be all of a sudden like the highest acclaimed Bethesda game of all time.
That would be kind of funny though, if like the minute it's on PlayStation out of nowhere, it has that fan base not trying to make fun of it because they can't play it.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, holy.
Recognition. Yeah.
I bet you they'll come up with like a frame story where it's like, oh, it's like a Cyberpunk thing, guys. They fixed the game. I'll be like, fuck right off. I'm not even kidding. I think long term it'll be looked upon really fondly. Because I mean, like, come on, 15 million players, and you can't tell me everyone hates that game if there's 15 million fucking people playing it.
Well, it makes me want to go back and try. I just know, literally, I beat it once. I haven't played it again.
You don't really need to. Oh, the DLC wasn't that great, but cool place.
No. Well, like, I think of, like, Oblivion, Skyrim, all the Fallouts. I did multiple playthroughs of all of them. Where, like, with Starfield, I did the one playthrough and was like, multiverse.
Yeah, I think the multiverse thing was a mistake.
Yeah.
But again, we talked about this. I think the idea was, oh, people replay our game over and over again. We'll just bake that into the game.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big mistake.
I think that, because, yeah, the fun thing of a New Game Plus that I think they missed was, I think a lot of people do kind of what I do with, like, the role play of, all right, this character's going to be completely different. You know,
yeah, you play a different play, you do a different story.
Yeah, sort of thing, which that loses it. Also, they go figure, they did multiverse while all the multiverses come in, you know, Marvel and
yeah,
DC,
I'm fucking sick of
this
multiverse
and that.
stuff.
Yeah. Which, it's funny how big they tried to push the multiverse trend, but it hasn't taken off, like, in almost any media other than, like, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's because they're making fun of it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I always thought Rick and Morty nailed it, and that was my issue with Starfield, is especially with a multiverse. If I can achieve multiverse in the game, why do I care what happens?
Yeah,
like,
there's no stakes.
Yeah, nothing. If everything goes wrong in this universe, alright, I'll jump to the next one. Literally, yeah.
I do wish that the universes were maybe a little bit more different.
Well, that's kind of the joke of the multiverse, is like, you can go to the ridiculous of the theory, right? That eventually you'll hit a multiverse where everyone's just goldfish, right? Like,
but wouldn't that have been neat doing a reroll and it's like, hey, everyone's lizard people now, or this one the gravity doesn't work right, or
yeah,
just like quirks would have made it a little bit more engaging. Oh, you're down too. Uh-oh. It's time to roll like it's Elden Ring.
That actually would have been really neat, because the best out of them all. Because my old man, he went through and did all the 10 jumps to the different universes because he really wanted to see what the ending was like. And there was the one he told me where you end up going into the, I don't know, you give extraordinary gentlemen, whoever you're hanging out with, basically for all of them.
Fuck this dude.
This guy's getting you a run for your money, eh?
Fuck.
My help.
There we go.
Awesome.
But
yeah, I ended up going there, and everybody was dead. And it was a copy of his character saying, like, oh, I got bored in this universe and killed everyone. And there was the dialogue option of, like, oh, great, a psychopath me. And it was like, no, not a psychopath me, just trying something different. Like, that's kind of fun, but...
See, that's the kind of fun twist you should do. Like, apparently it's random, too. I don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
But apparently it is supposed to be random like, your 10 will be different from someone else's 10.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, there you go. I sent you the picture on the on the Discord there, so you can see the magic of that. Tanked it like a true barbarian. Yeah, that guy took it like a man. Whole officially realistic gameplay? NBA game? What are you talking about? NBA game? I don't know what that means.
I see the photo. That's awesome.
Like it's hilarious, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so
I think
funny.
it would be better to dub that photo over like someone's body standing in the background, like you're like some mafia member, unimpressed, you know, taking a drink, you know, yeah. Can I shoot him yet, boss? Like, you know.
I was just like, I think I was just like so disinterested, and it was kind of funny. Did we do the great
awesome.
games?
Not that I'm aware of. That one and Defending the Empire looked cool.
I'll do the great games. I kind of like Foreign Cultures kind of looks neat, but I think it's too close to the Nile one we did. Must have been like an Egyptian pack or something that had all like a 4 like Egyptian levels or something. I always like Egyptian stuff. Oh, like Origins for me was like a dream come true because I'm so into Egypt. Like I used to when I was young, I would watch all those like Discovery Channel when Discovery Channel actually did.
Egypt interests you?
I love Egypt. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, all the tombs and stuff. And when I played Origins, I was like, oh my god, all this stuff's actually coming to life. You can see all like the hieroglyphics, all the pretty sick.
Yeah.
The Germanic Volsons. Or Germanic Frontier. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. Also, I was playing. Did you ever play the Resistance games?
Which one were those?
PlayStation Resistance, they're called. You like Chimera alien things invade the planet, or they convert
No,
people.
I haven't played that. For some reason, I was thinking the one where like North Korea, like is taking over the U.S.
Oh, that's on the front.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for Resistance, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, man, humanity would like never come back from that. There was like shark converted alien things. There was like, I think I was reading somewhere there was 10% of the population was left or something. I was like, man, like society would just never ever recover from that. This is like so doom and
That's
gloom.
what I kind of miss with the Fallout series or whatever. There's the one thing, I can't remember which Fallout it was, but it was talking to like, for the computer's estimate for how much, marine life or like sentient life was left on the planet, and it was talking like a couple million. Things were like, yeah, read it a lot, which was really neat or whatever. But when I was younger playing Fallout 3, the old man mentioned a really cool thing that always stuck with me, that like, do you think the world is already dying? Like, even if we're surviving for the next couple years, that like, what if the planet is in such a bad like ecosystem state that like everything is going extinct, we just don't know it yet? And I thought that was a really neat theory of like, yeah, what if the Fallout universe, the world is just dead? But with like Fallout 4 and like 76, they kind of went away from the like wasteland aesthetic from everything, you know?
Yeah,
so,
I get that.
yeah, I don't think that theory stands as much anymore, but
because they've changed things for the lore and that too.
yeah, even in the show, which I love the show, I'm not knocking it, like whatever, I liked 4, but the planet doesn't look so, hey, it might never recover.
What was it? What were we talking about the other night? Everybody's wondering, do you find Ella Purnell there, is that her name, attractive?
The main actress from Fallout?
Yeah, the one, Lucy or whatever, the big-eyed lady.
Yes, I do think she's an attractive gal. I do think she is pretty. Obviously,
she's got those Gollum eyes, my precious eyes.
That's it. I'm here to be judgmental, so to say. You know, like, go figure. You can point something out on everybody.
Oh, you could. I
I
think she's pretty, but
yeah,
just kind of joking
like,
about that.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, I'm just trying to clarify, you know. But yeah, for the joke with her, I like the one meme that was her smiling, and then it was the alien in Men in Black, the big-eyed one dying in the cab. Yeah, like that one made me laugh because she does. Her eyes are huge.
There's actually a picture I saw where big-eyed women are really in media this year.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like a trend. You're down again? What are you doing,
am.
Kevin? Do you need life alert?
Messing up. Yeah. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, you can't get up. Because I thought it was funny.
Attitude? Were people saying
Oh.
she wasn't good looking?
Click
Oh my
the
God, down
click the
again.
statue here, Kevin, and it'll heal you. There you go. No, it was just someone was asking that, and I was like, really? This is a question
Okay,
we're
yeah.
asking. And then someone else, who was that? Was that Baylander? That was like, everybody was just oogling her for 3 months in the Discord, and I was like,
That's hilarious. Well, I do like, I don't know, the personal preference thing. Like, I like the joke, Dove Cameron. If Dove Cameron was hitting on me, you know, I'm single. Like, I will admit, there's probably no way I say no. But like, as the gals of Hollywood go, I do not think Dove Cameron is anything to write home about. You know, like, yeah, I don't really think she's that great looking.
but I think she'd be the type of person that would write home about how much she just loves liking the stream. Subscribe, it's great. Donation, it's cool. Consider becoming the channel member you want to be. Channel member gifting, the Patreon option, and the Discord for stream alerts. And the Amazon store affiliate link. Yeah. A few frames later, I did shoot that guy in the face. I did, you're right. It's funny. That picture of Kevin, I shoot that guy in the face a little bit after.
Oh,
that.
you do execute? Well,
Yeah.
that makes it look even colder.
You know what's
Your
funnier?
nonchalant interest. What?
Is I accidentally didn't kill him, and I actually reloaded the save so that I could execute him.
Oh, did you? Wow.
Yeah. Because it was one of those, like, you know, time-sensitive prompts, and I didn't notice because I was reading a comment. So I actually reloaded the save just to shoot that guy in the face. That's how much I just liked it.
Things like that.
Yeah, I got him.
For Baldur's Gate, with all the vampire children underneath Baldur's Gate, the city, did you kill them or did you let them go?
Vampire children?
Yeah.
What?
Did you what? Okay, did you not kill the master vampire underneath the city?
The master what?
Oh my god, okay, so that's so much, you need to do a playthrough of that, man. I need to take you through a playthrough.
The master in
Yeah,
free?
it's like Asterion, or I'm messing up
Asterion,
his
yeah.
name, but yeah, Asterion, yeah, that's like his end quest. I never brought him because I never liked him as a character.
I didn't
but,
like him as a character, yeah.
Yeah, but no, there's a super old vampire underneath the city, and it's a really cool story.
I did a taunt, and in the background, someone got smoked by those spikes that pop up off the floor.
Love it.
Yeah. 360, there was a pro NBA Pro game. Oh, you're talking. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't think it was. It was supposed to be like photorealistic. I don't think the gameplay was necessarily supposed to be like completely realistic, but I don't think I ever played that one. About making another DLC. I believe there's 2 DLCs. For stock, or not for stock, or for Starfield, correct? I believe there was 2 expansions that they're supposed to be doing. For a lot of these big games that do well, I don't know why they don't just do a large expansion every year. Like Cyberpunk? Dude, if they did like a Phantom Liberty quality expansion like every year, every other year, they can make bank for the rest of the time. I don't know why companies don't do that. Like Baldur's Gate, you know, they're saying they're not doing that, but fuck me, if they just like threw out an expansion to that game, like an extra chapter every couple of years, people would just like, you know, pour out money for that stuff. Pour out money. Ugh. But anyways, no, that lady, she's really beautiful. Did you see, it's called Sweet Pea, I think it's called. Did you hear that show, Kevin?
It's not that I know.
Okay, so it's based on, like, a book, I guess. And it stars the Ella whatever from the Fallout series. But she's, like, a young woman that, like, is bullied. And I'm just like, I don't see that, because she's too pretty, but...
Yeah, that classic bit.
Yeah, and I guess in the show they're like, oh, it's because of the way she acts, that's why it's like that. I'm like, no. But, like, she's, like, a serial killer in the show.
Oh, okay.
And it's great because she just, like, savagely cuts the ever-living... Like, this one guy, like, I think her first victim, she cuts 14 times with a knife. And she's, like, she's trying to, like, justify all of her killings because it's like, oh, they just happen to be bad people. But like she just actually like she's a sociopath or whatever. No, maybe actual psychopath. She just likes killing is what the actual thing is, I believe, of that story.
I
And
always get a kick. Sorry, continue.
it's like, but my thing was I just had a really hard time believing that like
That she would be unpopular.
that she would be unpopular or guys wouldn't like her and stuff. I was just like, get the fuck out of here.
No, yeah, it's done the bit a couple times, but I always get a kick out of that. Again, watching Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan, like especially when I was a teen, it's like there's no way Lindsay Lohan was gonna come in and be like one of the more, you know, popular girls. You know, just the guys that would give her the attention. Like I just don't buy that.
Yeah, there would be at least 1 or 2 guys that would just immediately be like, whoa.
Yeah, like, hey, you're hanging out with us, you know, sort of thing. Like,
They did that too in Freaky. Is it Catherine Newton or something like that? You know, the lady that's like in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Because I think you said you watched that one, right?
yes, yeah.
So like the one who's like, is she called Little Stinger in that, or did they rename her? Anyways, the daughter of Paul Rudd or whatever in that movie. Apparently she's going to be recast again for the next Ant-Man, but... Or not the next Ant-Man, but the Young Avengers or something. Anyways, I digress. In Freaky, she's like the... Oh. Yeah.
That's right.
She's like... She plays that girl. It's like, it's a slasher movie with Vince Vaughn. They like trade bodies or whatever, but... They have her like kind of down dressed, and I was like, get the fuck out of here. She is drop dead, just gorgeous. I was like, there's no fucking way that she is an unlike... Get out of here.
Even what you're saying, like that, what the description of the other show, that, oh, it's because the way she acts, like, no, man, like,
No.
how fickle people are, especially, like, in your teens and that, like, if you could be a really odd gal, and people will give you attention, you know, like, my own personal experience, that's how the world works, you know.
Like, I think she's supposed to be in her, like, early 20s or something in that show, and I was just like, are you telling me all these people in this, like, I think it's a British town or something, I was like, they're not head over heels for her? I mean, like, she's the type of pretty where it's kind of like, if she was psychotic and killing people, I'm sure she could still have a guy that would be totally down for that, just because of how attractive
some guy
she
trying
is.
to save her or something.
Yeah. Was that Lords of the Fallen I did on the Pro the other day? There's like this woman that's like kind of looks like Joan of Arc, and she's like just soaked in blood talking about how I've offended her gods, and I'm like, I could fix her.
Yeah, right. Oh, for real, man.
Fuck.
I want to say though, I always get a kick out of that with anything serial killery, all those stories or whatever, because I don't know, I've never found too many that I really liked, but it's always the classic, oh, I'm doing like one of the most heinous crimes ever that nobody would actually like me over, but don't worry, I kill only justified people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, okay, so then you can watch like Dexter be an absolute psychopath, but hey, don't worry, it's only other serial killers, and
He's
you know,
the good guy,
I
Kevin.
yeah, well, that's where I would give more props to a show if it was straight up just, yeah, no, the individual you are watching is not a good person, but they're interesting.
But
You know.
I believe that's supposed to be, at least from a book perspective, what that Sweet Pea is like, at first she tries to like justify it, but then eventually she just realizes that she just likes killing.
Yeah, see, yeah, I don't know, I think that's, yeah.
It's intriguing.
Like, actually, I'll quote the Twilight movies, but with the whole thing of, like, Edward running around eating people, and he's like, yeah, I only ate, you know, murderers and abusers, and I think it would be so much, like...
Yeah, good luck keeping that up for
book and
centuries.
movie. Yeah, well, that's it. Like, I think it would have been absolutely like, whoa, hey, look what they did. If he just straight up, like, told Bella, yeah, I just ate that guy because I thought it would be funny. You know, like, what are you going to do about it?
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Why'd you kill him? It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, exactly. You know, now you gotta make the choice. Hey, is this character still likable?
That is the problem too with Hollywood, is they try to make everyone likable. Even villains nowadays, they try to make like likable. That's like they're villains.
Disney. Is
Disney's
the
so
biggest
bad for that.
culprit of that. Yeah. Like.
not really a villain. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on.
actually just a really nice guy, you know, like kind of father figure, like.
Just misunderstood.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently for that Wish movie they did a year ago, that was supposed to be the celebration 100 years of Disney,
Yeah.
that totally bombed. Apparently the big problem everyone has with that movie, I didn't watch it because I don't care, but the villain apparently is very, like, it makes sense. Like his, like it's hard to think he's a bad guy because everything that he does kind of like logically makes sense, and then they have to make him like more villain because they overcorrect on trying to make him likable. It's kind of weird.
Funny.
Did I finish Stalker 2? I did. It's like a live basketball game. Well, I don't think I've ever played that one, but I did hear it looked pretty good. This game is dynamic. You bet your ass it is. You bet your ass. Ugh. So is there like a time limit to this, or?
That's an excellent question. You know, we got a couple torchbearers right here. They seem to be picking up in volume.
Oh, we need to stop that guy because we don't have anything to turn off that fire with anymore.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, it just... Protect the last Wicker Man. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Protect the last Wicker Man. Think of it as Nicolas Cage, Kevin.
Not the bees.
Not the bees! Protect, die, Wicker Man. You got that other one, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding. I got him. I got the power. Oh no, there's more fire guys. Oh god, there's 2 more of them. I need more fire. And I think they make fun of the beautiful lady thing really well in Not Another Teenage Movie. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
that movie just kind
That
of
was
really
a
gets
great parody of all the, like, literally, the teenage drama movies or whatever.
I missed when we actually had like quality parodies.
Yeah.
Whatever they did in the 2000s just ruined the parody genre. I think it started with Scary Movie, but like, you know, obviously the first couple or whatever were fine, but and then they started doing all those like other weird ones where it's like Hunger Games, like really lazy
Yeah.
stuff just killed that genre, because the parody genre used to be like quality films that were genuinely well done and funny, like Airplane and stuff, and then yeah, they just kind of ruined them. Airplane and oh god, The Naked Gun, and, you know, stuff like that. It was a legitimate genre.
Hot shots.
Hot Shots, yeah. Part 2. I loved you in Wall Street. Fuck. Death. What NBA game I was thinking about? Isn't it NBA... whatever that one is called. I think of it Street or something. Anyways, doesn't matter, man. It's from a long time ago. Days gone by.
I hear the people.
Are
That was
you
kinda brutal.
not entertained?
I call you to bear witness to the greatest.
Round 1, you're damn right. Fuck, I couldn't imagine that round went on any longer. Holy crap, dude.
The grand finale is upon us.
There's 3 levels to this one? I think this is like the longest one. Aren't they usually like 2 levels? Hello there. Oh, your fan is here, Kevin. Your pal.
Awesome. Thanks for watching the stream, man. Appreciate it.
Kevin's always got the hype people.
Yeah, it's cool.
As a final blow is struck, kill all attackers. Wait, is this just the story of the game? I think this is.
Might be.
Right, because what was the first section where we start and it's... Because the second one was the Wicker Man.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that...
yeah, because you're off, don't you start in Britannia and you're working your way up to, what would be Scotland now? That's the whole
Basically.
thing, and then you're forced back in the... Yeah.
Yeah, well, the game
Been a
starts
minute.
at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And then you go off on your big campaign to Britannia, and then you do the Wicker Man thing out in the woods, and then you come here and you defend Rome. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
So, I think this is literally just going through the events of the game. That's cool. Multiplayer. Hours of action, guys. Hours. Seriously, this game, literally, you could probably spend just hours playing through all the different like maps and stuff. Like, there's a lot of content in this. It's one of the most robust, forgotten about multiplayers. Oh, I fucking hate this part where you have to chase these fucking guys. Get back here. They're so fast, because they're slightly faster than you are, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Start
you
cutting
can
them off
push
and
them,
stuff.
but I have the crossbow thing. If you can, like, kind of force them around the edges of the map, I can, like, shoot them with this crossbow and destroy them. It's like you got a bunch of guys in the middle where you are. Okay, I got 2 messengers down.
What's the last one? Oh,
There's those 3 giant knives running around your screen. This is a genuinely amazingly designed Coliseum. Ow, where did you come from?
Oh, I got him.
Ah, nice. I just know these guys are annoying because they just keep running. I needed that basketball game. Well, if you can remember the exact name of it, if it was the one you're talking about, you know. It's fine to talk about. I didn't really do a whole lot of basketball back then outside of like NBA Live in the 360 era. But I think I know what you were talking about. That was that one NBA. I can literally picture it's just some guy's face as the cover of it. Yeah. I think that's what you're talking about. I don't know for sure though.
Beg for mercy and I shall make this quick, savage.
Are the guys over where you are? Well, I think if you look back, most of those early 360 sports games look like real life. But that's the perception of things, right?
I don't know. There was a really great comparison video. I believe it was NHL 14 to, I think it was NHL 24, or maybe it was the newest one, 25. But some of the faces actually looked better in 14. Like, what was it? Yeah.
Well, that's when NHL peaked, though.
Yeah, actually, I would say that's exactly when NHL peaked, because, you know, getting rid of GM and all that. But it's sad. The difference was there was obviously way more textures on like the face, like for like complexion features in the newer one, but it didn't make it look more realistic.
Well, the problem
like,
is that they use Frostbite, and Frostbite is not good for facial model technology. It's terrible. You do know that like NHL games, they used to win like Sports Game of the Year like every year back in the late 2000s or the early 2010s, late 2000s.
See, I didn't know that. I wouldn't doubt that.
They were
'cause
groundbreaking
those NHL games were really good.
They were big deals back in the day. They actually had like acclaim and stuff to them. And then when they rebooted it for the new gen, it just like got worse and worse and worse.
Which is funny for like the sales. Obviously, nowhere near as big as like FIFA or Madden, but I've talked to a lot of Americans randomly online that were, oh yeah, I played the NHL games. Generally, all they wanted to do was fight, which, you know, I think that's so funny. That's such a selling point in hockey. I don't know why they don't realize that. But, yeah, but
isn't it crap where they have to keep helmets on and stuff now?
Yeah, all that.
Takes away the fighting of it. Or the combat of it a little bit, but... Fighting is a good way to, like, distress in a sport. Well, I mean, not really other sports do that, but... Like, for hockey, it's good, you know, you have issues, you fight it out with the guy, and then, you know, hopefully it goes back
over.
Yeah.
That's the most interesting thing about hockey, is that you're actually... It would be viewed very poorly if you were mad about the fight afterwards.
Yeah.
And people, like, make fun of... Yeah, it's like, okay, you fought, and the whole thing that you even, like, okay, tap each other over the shoulder. Like, I get it, you wouldn't necessarily want your kids fighting, but just that lesson of, like, hey... squash it out. You know, I don't know. I think there is something to it.
Just have it out and then go about things.
Exactly, yeah, life goes on. Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to tough it out and just, you know, let it out and move on. Ugh. Death to all. Fight in low visibility. I don't know, it doesn't look that bad. They should get some of that Silent Hill fog. Actually, you know what? When you're down here, that is actually low visibility. Huh.
Oh, good javelin.
What?
I just, like, I think you threw that javelin at dude.
Yeah, I did.
Nailed him.
That looked pretty cool. But like, I was in that elevated position. There's like a slightly higher spot you can get to, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't look too bad. Then I came down here, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is pretty low visibility here. Frostbite? Why do they use Frostbite? Well, there was a big initiative from EA right when the Xbox One was launched where they wanted to have all their sports teams on this thing called the Ignite engine. It was supposed to be all the sports teams working, sharing tech to like elevate the sports for, you know, resources, blah blah blah. So they all went on, and they all went on this Ignite engine. Then EA was like, okay, cool, this is kind of working. Now let's get every single one of our teams on the same engine. What's our most popular engine? Oh, Frostbite. So everything's going to run off Frostbite. So then they had all of their teams switch over from Ignite to Frostbite. And Frostbite was meant for fucking Battlefield. So you don't get things like good character animations, or facial expressions, or open world, or rigging for doing cinematics, or blah blah blah. So you had basically teams spending the last decade trying to evolve Frostbite to actually be something that is like UE, which works for everything. And that's why the facial stuff still really doesn't... It's gotten better, like you can see that with Veilguard, it got better, but they still look very plasticky and fake, and that's basically the story of what happened. Is they're like, everyone's gonna work on one engine, and then... yeah. That was a big problem. In theory, it's a good idea, but like in execution, it's not necessarily the best. Because they had engines that were like, they had an engine that was literally designed for hockey. They had one that was like literally like, you know, tailored and designed for FIFA. That's... and then they kept just throwing away their engine. Stop that sensual stabbing. You love it. You love how seductive this stabbing is.
That's like half the game. Yeah.
Seriously, it's half the experience. I mean, would you rather me sit here and be like, you should probably sit there and seductively like this stream? Oh ho! Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gifting? No. The patron option? The Discord for stream alerts. Huh? That Amazon store affiliate link? You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's do another one here. What do you want to do, Kevin? You get to pick, Kevin. What do we got? Make sure we didn't do one we'd already did.
Did we do Emperor's Road?
I do not think so. The Emperor's Road. The Emperor's New Groove.
Great movie.
Yep. Let us go into the arena of freedom. Oh, this looks pretty with all the grass and stuff. As I said, you could probably sit here for hours just playing all these different levels together. Especially if you complete them. They're pretty lengthy experiences. Defeat the barbarian gods. And then the next time we stream this, we'll do the last survival achievements, which are just environmental ones. And then, yeah. Ha 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 ha. Release this on PlayStation 5, it becomes like an all-time seller. Probably take a save. That would be funny. It was the Xbox holding it back. Burn the Wicker Man, destroy the false gods. How come we were defending the Wicker Man earlier? and
Wicker
now
Man,
we
yeah,
burned
that
him?
didn't make sense at all.
From a certain point of view, the Romans are evil. Yep. I'll destroy these cauldrons. And actually, this game is criminally underloved. It is a lot of fun to play. Kill the barbarians attacking the temple. Kevin, why would they attack the temple?
Because they're barbarians, man.
That's true. That is what they
So
do.
uncivilized.
So uncivilized. Where is the temple, actually? Is it over by where you are, or is this the temple?
I'm not too sure.
I don't actually know where the temple is.
Maybe the temple is in our minds. I don't know.
I mean, there's gotta be a temple somewhere. It's
More
like,
of a concept.
maybe this whole area is the temple? Okay, so it's not they're destroying it, okay. Because I was like, damn, if we need to like actually defend this thing and we don't know where it is,
Yeah.
it's like, gonna fail this, right? But no, we just gotta kill these guys. I do wish they had more facial options for the characters. You know, like different types of faces.
Oh, for the barbarian?
Yeah, because it's like, I killed that same fat dude like 9,000 times. Let's mow him down. They can hold the defiled temple. I can't believe they would defile this temple. This is a holy place, Kevin. A holy space.
I will fight until the sands run red with blood. Citizens of
Until the sands run red with blood. Hot damn, dude.
Behold, I am perfect.
It's kind of a shame they never remastered this. I know people get on PlayStation's case for remastering stuff all the time, but there's quite a few Xbox games I'd love to see touched up a bit. This being one of them. Seeing this running at 4K, it would just be glorious. Absolutely glorious. Ow. Ow. Oh, we got an Apollo temple if you need to touch up your health.
Actually, sure.
Ow, it didn't give me a health boost, it just gave me an extra ability, but whatever. Enforce peace and restore order. It shall be done. So who's the guy that does the announcer? Is he like in the crowd?
It's like, yeah, I'd have to assume he's up top or something like that.
I'm just thinking of Gladiator 2 because they always cut to the guy that does like the announcements.
Think that was a well-paying job back then?
Probably. You're the voice of the Coliseum. It'd be the same as being like a broadcaster in the modern era, right? I think they get paid okay. Actually, no, they probably get paid a lot, right? Or how many athletes go into doing that after they're done their career, coming in and doing like a panel or something?
Yeah, well, actually, there's the Brady thing, or what was it? I think he was literally paid like $1 billion or something ridiculous, or a couple $100 million.
Well, when you've got the Chariot guy sitting there making $15 billion, Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Is Brady really off asking for that much? You think some chariot guy from ancient Rome is worth more than a guy today with inflation?
Right.
Dude, could you imagine that from an inflationary standpoint? How much money that would have been? $15 billion compared to now.
Yeah. Like,
Look. That dude probably owned so many horses. I guess your only limiting factor at that time would be like what you physically can buy.
well, you know, I was just thinking that we don't even know his net worth. That guy probably owned a lot of property.
That guy probably owned a lot of property.
He did?
Oh,
Can you imagine?
You could feel like an army with those earnings.
Yeah.
So were the Romans just like a much more like rich like society than we are now?
Would that be funny? Like,
Well, I mean, if that guy can make $15 billion just off of chariot racing, like, you know, obviously there's got to be a lot of money in that society. There's a lot of barbarians here. I gotta destroy this oil cauldron. Ah. I got this. Enraptured. I love that there's also like a meter in this game so you can tell how into it the crowd is.
I'm always disappointed when they're like disinterested though. It's like I just killed 100 guys and now you're disinterested.
You gotta keep the action going.
Right.
You know the bloodlust of the Roman people. I mean, it's not like we're Russell Crowe doing like poetry recitments in the, you know, middle of combat or anything like that.
It's for like cheesy stand-up bit. Like it is funny with like the first Gladiator movie. Like the Emperor dies and then his sister goes out and starts talking about like what is Rome? We need to go back to Republic. Like that must have been some crazy games to watch. Like,
oh, you always gotta have your tickets for the arena. You know, you never know what's gonna happen this week.
yeah. Right.
An emperor died last week. Could you imagine?
Going to a UFC match now. Yeah, hey, Trudeau got stabbed. You know, and his wife came out and talked about how we lost what was Canada.
Oh, how society is hilarious. The Stalker 2 streams have so many skip timelines. I think there's like 3 or 4 hours of skip parts. You're trying to find the one where I shoot the guy in the face. I think that was part... Oh, you're a good guy. I keep thinking you're a bad guy. Part 3 or part 2 was the one where you do that. It's when you're in the facility, I think. Maybe it was part 2. Hard to say. It was all a blur. Protect my emperor. Doesn't sound very Gladiator-like. I'd actually like to see a Gladiator movie where they do, like, where the Emperor is not, like, dumb.
Front stage.
I don't know, just like an actual smart Emperor would be kind of entertaining. I don't think they're gonna do another one, though. The box office isn't looking super strong for this one.
Well, wasn't it like super expensive to make? Like
Yeah,
I don't remember the
so
numbers on it, but like
the final kind of numbers is it's $250 million. The budget was confirmed as $250 million, but that's because they had a. So I think I said it was $300 million, right? But they had a tax break filming in Malta, which saved them $50 million. Although I don't know why that would
like
count. But
when you get numbers that big, it's so impressive that you could actually do really well. For a lot of people go and watch your movie. It's just it wasn't enough to, you know, make it worth it. I think of like you talking about what was it, Spider-Man 2 or the newest Spider-Man? How like it sold extremely well. It's just for the cost it took to make the game, it didn't perform well enough.
yeah,
Even though it performed really well.
like incredibly well, like industry kind of well, but still it is kind of funny because I was like, man, they had to make a lot of money for Gladiator 2, and I think that's a problem too. Like, it's doing good internationally, but like domestically, we'll have to see what the numbers are tomorrow morning. Well, because it's Monday, right? Like this morning? Yeah, we'll have to see what the numbers are, but I don't think it's got a very... It's not really doing too well. I think Paramount's going to lose a lot of money on it. We'll see. We'll see what kind of legs it has, because they were saying it has a similar opening to Planet of the Apes, and that one kind of legged out. But I think the big issue is there's lots of competition right now. And the word of mouth isn't very good on it.
Well, what movie's competing with it, just out of curiosity?
Wicked.
Oh, really?
Which has one of the highest female-leaning demographics ever at 70%.
Really? That's hilarious.
So yeah, so Wicked is crashing internationally. It's doing terribly, but domestically it's doing
But in
really
North
well.
America? Sorry, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so I think that one too, I don't know if it's gonna have legs or not because it is so female focused and it is so like domestic focused. I don't know if that one will have legs, but yeah, they're saying next week Gladiator could pull out good even with a bad word of mouth because there's gonna be like dads over at American Thanksgiving that need something to go watch.
Yeah.
And they'll want to see Gladiator, so we'll see. But there's also Moana's opening, I think, next week, like Moana 2, so that one's going to cut into the movies a lot, right? So. Did I enjoy Starfield's way more than Stalker? Come on, man. Silly question that is. Silly question. Although, no, actually, no, I made good viewage off of Starfield. Actually, Starfield did really well for me. Reviews.
Which game did you like?
Starfield, obviously. Not even
Starfield.
fucking close.
Not even close. Oh,
Not even fucking close. Stalker barely functioned, man. Barely functioned. But yeah, we'll have to see, because Apes legged out well, but Apes didn't have competition over the summer, so we'll see how Gladiator 2 does. I personally think they're going to lose a lot of money on it, but we'll have to see the box office stuff. Because that really hurt Joker as well, was the bad word of mouth.
Joker, I don't know that I've seen a movie have such bad word of mouth, though. Like, it was like
poison.
2 days after the movie came out. There was nothing but jokes about how bad that movie was.
It was funny too on Twitter there, they did the Warner Brothers was like, now you can own Joker's movie or see Joker in his movie, Joker 2.
Yeah.
And it got community timestamp where it's like, well, actually, according to the director, this isn't Joker, so... Because you can community stamp things, or community note things on Twitter if something's
They
like
just
fake.
owned it?
Yeah.
Like, that's hilarious, dude. That's so bad, because like, they would have never said that about the first movie.
No. And it's like, man, it's like the director literally hated that film, so did the actors, and it shows.
But like, what a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah,
Wow.
and a waste of money. They just literally lit hundreds of millions of dollars on fire.
Right?
For no reason.
That's funny. Well, there are certain movies, like, I wanted to... Aliens Romulus kind of interests me. I never went to theaters, though, to see it. So
That movie
how much
did really well.
Did it?
Incredibly well for box office.
That's fascinating, because that one's already on Disney Plus. So I was kind of thinking, what, did it do poorly?
Okay, so that movie, well, all movies go on the streaming services really fast now. But
well, like Deadpool took forever. You know, I don't know.
That one had incredibly long legs, that's why. But like Alien Romulus, it made like 400 million off of like a $60 million budget. Huge success. I think it was the highest grossing of the Alien movies too. They've greenlit 2 or 3 more Alien movies. The other thing too is Romulus was supposed to be a streaming only movie. It was made for Hulu, but they decided to try it at the box office because Predator did so well. With Prey, you know Prey? That one was so popular, they're like, well, fuck, we should try Alien at the theaters, and yeah. It was also, Alien was huge in China, which is a surprise, because China isn't watching our movies anymore, which I think is a good thing.
Then we stopped catering to that market so much.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I guess the Chinese, they fucking loved Alien, because I guess that's new to them, so...
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I guess it was a big fresh thing, they're like, oh my god, look at this thing, and... Yeah, it was big there, but that one made fucking bank, dude. That's what they're talking about for Gladiator was if Gladiator had not cost as much as it cost to make, this would already be a successful movie. But that budget is so bloated.
The Chinese market doesn't check out our movies so much. I wonder if it's just like societal differences and like.
Well, they promote their own films. The big thing is like the Chinese middle class and higher. They've started getting wealthier, or they were getting wealthier over the years. They're in a bit of a bubble that's kind of bursting thing situation. But anyways, they were doing really, really well. And with extra money, you have the desire to go and enjoy luxuries, right? Like when our economy's booming, you watch more movies, you go out and you do more things. And their home movies weren't good enough in terms of spectacle. Hollywood movies were big spectacle pieces. So you had a growing middle class in China that was looking for something entertainment-wise and stuff, and then we had these big spectacle movies, and that's why they were going and watching them. But now their homegrown movies are just as good as ours in their eyes and their vision. So it's like, why go watch our movies that aren't catering to them entirely when they can just watch their own?
No, I never really thought of them making their own productions up to standards, because like I don't know, I do find that like when I see a lot of like foreign market movies, non-North America. Actually, I'd say non-American.
The fuck was that?
Canadian movies. They're not very well done for the most part.
Did you see that flying arrow thing that's in the area here? Do you see this right above my head? There's like a floating arrow.
I do not.
That's hilarious. Okay, on my screen, there's like this. I should grab a photo of this. There's just like a floating arrow. Let me send you that on Discord.
Following you everywhere you go.
No, it doesn't follow me. It's just stuck in the. It's just floating in the air randomly. Kind of funny. I sent you the picture of it. It's they're just like fucking, because I saw it on my screen float across the screen. I was like, what the fuck? And then kind of funny. They love alien. Yeah, they love big monster things. A lot of that.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah,
that's funny.
The Thing would blow the Chinese mind. The Thing. It's a classic.
That's a great movie.
Yeah. Stalker 2 not playable? I mean, it's playable on Series S, it's just not really good looking. And just because Starfield had crashes doesn't mean I wasn't loving. Shows you how much I like Starfield, that despite the fact that it crashed every half hour, I still wanted to play more of that fucking game. Yeah. The Thing. But no, I guess, yeah, they were just absolutely blown away by Alien. It captivated them this summer, and it was a huge success because of that market. Well, also our market, it did amazing. But, yeah. I think Joker, though, could have been a massive success had they just catered to the general audience and made it a movie about Joker and Harley Quinn fucking stuff up in Gotham for 2 hours. Right? Like a heist movie, something like that.
Even if they would have just like kept on, like you're supposed to feel bad for them the whole time, and they went with the whole like mental illness awareness theme again.
Anything other than what we got.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know. I saw a few people commenting that like, oh, why were people so mad? They said it was gonna be a musical. It's like, yeah, just because they said it doesn't mean they should have did it.
I mean, I don't even think the fact that it was a musical was the problem. It was a bad musical.
No, that's fair. I don't know. I'm generally not too big into musicals. I always love the idea that my gal liked the movie, still holds to it. You know, she enjoyed it. You know.
That tells me a lot about her.
Yeah, right. No, it's but yeah, like I had a couple of my buddies. My favorite was, he was like, do not see Joker. He was like, it was the worst movie he's ever seen. He said he wished he never wasted his time with it. Like, that was just hilarious. I generally agree with a lot of the movies he likes, and it was like, that's so funny because that's the general opinion I'm hearing about it. But
it's hard spread to actually find someone that did genuinely like that movie.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny. Yeah, I was just sitting there in the theaters just being like, what the fuck am I watching? And people were like, you knew what you were getting into, and it's like, I didn't think it would be that bad. Yeah, I really liked the first one, but the word of mouth on that was just, yeah, Joker 2 never happened. I like to think so. Yeah. Well, a lot of people say they didn't have any crashes on Starfield. I think maybe my save is just one of like the OG saves, and it's just like, I think it's just.
I didn't really experience crashes myself.
Yeah. Well, my thing was the crashes weren't too bad when the game first came out. It was like 1 in an hour, but like when I was doing the last expansion, I was getting to the point where it was like every half hour it was crashing. I think there's some kind of like legacy issue with my save because it is like a launch save, if that makes sense, and it's way too long into it to, you know, get rid of it.
I think it would be too much time to start a new character, all that.
Yeah, I think I'm. How long do I have on that one? Probably like 40 hours or something. I was thinking of Cyberpunk. I couldn't imagine if I had to restart. Well, actually, I would like to do another Cyberpunk run, but my Cyberpunk saves up to like 80, 85 hours or something. Like, fucking ridiculous. I have done everything in that game, dude. Except for finding those tarot cards. I give a shit less about that. How am I doing? We're doing great, man. We're killing barbarians for Roman glory in the arena. I mean, we're getting what we want. That's just a good night with your buddy is going and, you know, being a Roman centurion.
Yeah, literally.
I think we won. Oh, I guess that's it. Should we call it a day, I guess?
Up to you, sure.
Well, should we do one more? I don't think
I'll do one more if you
I'll do one more. We'll do another round, guys, because it's fun. Let's see. Slay and chill. That's what it's all about. Mars. Do we do Mars Triumphant?
I don't think so.
I want to do something with sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets all over. Well, this is not the sand I was expecting. It's the rain. Do you think for the rain, is that just because it's raining outside, or do you think they have like a sprinkler system?
That on top, right? That would be funny.
As we're thinking about the logistics of everything in the arena, do you think they pipe in the water off the aqueduct, or do you like how do you think they have the water in there?
I think they do the forecast and, you know, they line it up.
They
Or you
line
could
up.
go to the ridiculous that they have like a weather control
Whoa.
device.
Wouldn't they have used the gods? Because the gods bless them with certain types of weathering. Wouldn't they just
Ooh,
align it
that's
to a
it,
god
right?
cycle or something?
Pray to Neptune.
Isn't that what it would work? The Roman sprinkler system? Well, I mean, it's a legitimate question. They had aqueducts. Is it so crazy that they maybe had the ability to, like, sprinkle water out of the aqueducts? I don't know. I will say, we've never thought so hard about the mechanics of how this stuff works than in the stream. We talked about how they get sharks in there. Oh. Fuck. Romans invented the sprinkler. I guess it was, I remember back in the day I watched, like, the Egyptians had, like, basic, like, electricity and computing systems, which I think is fascinating. They used, like,
I
jars.
could go on about. They had really neat stuff. They had one that was like basically like a water fountain thing where like you put in a coin to pray to Poseidon, and once you put in the coin, you would hold your water and it would give you like water, sort of thing, like a dispensary thing. Anyways,
Kind of sounds like a water fountain.
literally
They
a
make
water
money
fountain.
off of that.
Yeah, but like yeah. Which would actually be really funny if like you went back in time and asked them like, yeah, no, it's not to pray to Poseidon. It's just you give them $1 for a cup of water.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what,
like
you
you
think
get
of
parched and you buy water.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal.
You're overthinking it, dude. Like,
Not that complicated.
uh,
Super simple. Just take that stuff for granted. I mean, I'm sure all the stuff we do now, I'm sure societies back then still needed to do, like, relatively the same thing, right?
well,
In
I
every
always, like,
society
what-
where there's millions of people chilling around, eventually, you know, you're gonna have smarter people that have nothing to do when they think of things and invent stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and that's it. Like, I assume a lot of things in society would be kind of like ours. It's just you would be limited by certain levels of tech, obviously. Like, I don't
Yeah.
believe they'd be watching TV and that. And, you know, because you'd be limited in certain pieces of tech, society would be a little harsher. So I think you wouldn't care so much about harsher laws and that, you know. But other than that, I think the idea of making money and wanting to be as comfortable as you could in the city, so you make little ways to find comfort and entertainment. Wouldn't that be true throughout all societies? Yeah, I got to the point, like you're saying, where there's millions of people.
I think a big issue back then too would be like constant wars.
Yeah, stuff like that, that you couldn't necessarily take care of the next disease as well. Like,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
I mean, you have the same thing, right? You still have like hairdressers. You still have people that do basic jobs. Like, stuff always exists because it's always needed. People that make clothes and that.
But that, you know, it's actually more that we are the same throughout time. It's just we have better access to tech, you know, that if we had to live their lifestyle, we would have the entertainment, but we would probably be more likely to feel the way they did, you know, because life is just more rough.
Yeah. We'd be less bored probably because, or need less stimulus because, you know, there'd be stuff we'd be doing.
Yeah.
Trying to survive. The battery jars from Baghdad? I don't know. I remember watching a documentary thing where they're talking about the Egyptian battery jars, and I thought they actually had, like, they were using them to, like, as a computing system too, which was fascinating. Yeah. That was a long time
like,
ago.
I was, like, for overblowing stuff, I kind of got a kick in Fallout with, oh man, I can't remember what they are, but in Fallout New Vegas...
Save the engineers, Kevin!
We'll do it, man. But, oh, the Kings, that's it, the one gang, though, but they based themselves because they went and found an Elvis Presley impersonation school. And dude, even when you talk to the leader of the Kings, he's like, man, you gotta see it, they used to worship this guy before the war. Like, people, like, they all wanted to be like him. Like, the entire society was based off him. He was basically a god, you know, and, like, even... for the access they had to Elvis Presley, the misinterpretation, how much, you know, that no, he was just a celebrity. He wasn't literally like the American, like, need to be.
I mean, he was pretty big, but no,
yeah,
I get that.
Big,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know, the status of like godhood, basically, and I don't know, for certain things that like, oh, they used to worship this or something. It would be really funny that like, I know, it actually wasn't a worship. It was just the fad at the time.
It's just whatever we're left behind with to interpret what.
Yeah.
And people make leaps and bounds. I actually forgot too. I should have worn my toga for this.
You have a toga? That's awesome.
You don't?
I do not know.
Huh. You're not living your best Roman life.
I should get one. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a murder mystery a few years back.
Awesome.
Who was that hosted that? Teresa or something? I don't know. I don't know if you know them. That's the only time I've interacted with them. But we did a big murder mystery party.
Huh. And it required togas?
Yeah, everybody dressed up.
Themes? Oh.
Well, I don't think I was wearing a toga necessarily. I had like a... It was like an outfit thing, but I don't know if mine was necessarily a toga. Mine was supposed to be... I think I was a gladiator or something, but I was from some kind of wealth or something like that. I was supposed to not be like a commoner, but some people really went into it. Like, they had really elaborate outfits. If I can find the photo, I'll send it to you and you get an idea of, like, you know, people really went wild for it. Yeah, I think I had, like, sword and stuff. I was supposed to be, like, a gladiator. Maybe not specifically a toga, but, like, that outfit of the era, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't, Kevin?
I do not know. Now I wonder, am I truly living in comfort?
No, you don't.
No.
You're missing out. It's an incredible gown. Path of Exile? I mean, maybe. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll cover it. Looks fun. Yes, it is fun. We're having a splendid time. You do a better job of keeping up all these comments. The CGI baboons. Yeah, they were terrible. They really genuinely were. Now Kevin's just going to be sitting there being like, man, these CGI baboons, what's everyone talking about? And then you'll watch it and you'll be like, oh my god.
Actually, I think they showed them in one of the trailers, didn't they?
I don't know, man. Nothing prepares you for that guy biting into a CGI monkey. Brawl is... I'm glad you're enjoying Sprawl, man. Egypt? Well, yeah, they had all kinds of stuff. Well, that's the problem, too. Is like, even if you had more advanced systems and stuff back in, like, ancient times, a lot of that stuff would just like, you know, erode to time, or it would get broken down, or it would be like most of our stuff would stay because everything's made of plastic, right? But like a lot of the stuff they would make would be like biodegradable, or like weathering would destroy it, or people would destroy it.
Yeah. Oh, even just through time, what was really neat that was around, but some society was like, yeah, you know what, let's burn it or whatever. I like the Colosseum. The chunk of the Colosseum we have still, as far as I understand, it was decreed by the Pope that it was going to stay there because it's in view of the Vatican. But that most of the Colosseum was ripped apart because the material it was made with was better than what they could do at the time. So they were ripping chunks out of the Colosseum to build stuff with.
That makes sense.
You even get the bonus in Crusader Kings for building structures, and the Colosseum gives you that building bonus. You know,
we always
so
do that, is tear down old stuff to build new stuff.
Yeah, well, and especially if it truly was better. But like with our society, it's really neat because we do not build stuff to last, like especially. Like if everything just truly collapsed and we had to go back to the Stone Age, like what, we'd have like stainless steel hanging out? Like it wouldn't be a whole lot that would last 1,000 years. Yeah.
We have to get on the... We have to be on the bridge.
Oh, the bridge. Oh, I'm on the...
Yeah.
Ballista for whatever reason.
I think our biggest loss in history was probably when they burned the library of, was it Alexandria?
Alexandria, yeah.
Thousands.
Oh, there's a
of
couple
years
things. There was from what I was reading, there was Baghdad was like one of the #1 hubs too.
For information and knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, for information, and the Mongols, they came through and they just burnt the city to the ground, basically. And they were talking that was a huge loss of information.
That's a big problem with human history, is like so much stuff gets learned and then so much stuff just gets lost.
Gets cooked away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the easiest way to get rid of a culture of an area, is just to destroy it all.
Yeah.
And if you're taking over, you don't want them to know remember their culture, and
Well, that's what's kind of neat, like, even with Rome while we're playing it, is there was a couple things I was watching talking about how, like, Rome was advanced, but some of the places they were fighting, like Carthage, was actually really advanced, too, you know? Like, you know, the ultimate thing with the Romans that I always get a kick out of is just, if you're not Roman, you're a barbarian. You know, even if you were in a more advanced society, you are barbarians. Like, what a I'm the boss attitude. But yeah,
well, that's how they made a powerful society that spanned continents.
That when we see barbarians, like, obviously you have like Northern Britannia, which, as far as we understand, was, you know, a lot of guys knocking rocks together and that.
It was pretty barbaric.
But some of these cultures, like Carthage and that, were actually really advanced and even rivaled Rome in certain places, but, well, they didn't win. You know, so.
Well, I think the other thing too was the Romans were very good at war, and they have numbers, and that tends to be the victor. You could have the most advanced society ever, but if you get just outnumbered, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Well, and the Romans had interesting.
Fuck! Execute that guy. Before he. Too late. Never mind.
No, you're good. Their assimilation policies and that, from like what I understand, were just were very good. When they came and they Romanized everything.
Yeah.
You know, like also the neat stance that, as far as I understand, like they had interesting things with like adoption. Like they didn't care so much if you were of the bloodline, as far as they were concerned. If I raised you, you were my kid, sort of thing. Like there was a couple of the Caesars, like the bloodline of the Caesar family, that weren't actually Caesars. They were adopted, and the Romans didn't care. So like that kind of attitude's great for assimilation too. And that, like, you don't have to be like an exact purist. It's just, are you a Roman citizen was the most important thing.
And that's how they get you indoctrinated into their cultures.
Exactly. I don't know.
Fuck.
It's such fun.
That's how they built such a strong society and kicked ass. What about Far Cry? There must be a hidden archive. What? Spaniards melted down Aztec ink industry. Well, I mean, you know, to be fair, he did claim that land as his own. For the...
No.
Was it the king at the time? Yeah.
Oh, for the Spanish Empire, you know.
Yeah.
No, but that one too, because well, there was another thing I was watching where they're talking about like the mathematics the Aztecs had. I've never had this one confirmed, but there was one thing I was reading saying that the Aztecs were trying to calculate what they believed the circumference of like the Earth would be going around, and that they actually weren't too far off on their math. So like, yeah.
Well, math is math, right? Even if it's ancient, it's
exactly.
still off the same principles.
Yeah. But still, that they were following that train of thought, like just showing that, like they were doing some advanced, you know, studies. You know, they were working on their sciences and that. But you don't hear about that, well, because it didn't go what the Spanish were trying to do.
Well, the Spanish fucking ravaged the Aztecs.
Yeah.
Like that's probably one of the best cases of a mass society just crumbling in such a like tight time period.
Yeah.
The combination of disease plus just straight like inner conflict that they caused, and, yeah, complete societal collapse.
Famines, burning all their food, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, they just went scorched earth, just like you guys should go scorched earth. On that like button. Oh, subscribe and the great donations. Who consider becoming a channel member. Channel member gift of the Patreon option and that Discord for stream alerts. There is also that Amazon store flavor. It's what Maximus would have used. Had that existed.
Maximus would have liked the stream.
Yeah. I don't know, it would have been cool though if we had time travel stuff, just like walk around a Roman city and just kind of like take it in would be kind of neat.
I'm sorry, you get a kick out of this. The gal just touched my shoulder and she's like, Maximus would have liked this stream.
Maximus would have
for
liked
the next. This life or the next. That's awesome.
This life or the next. Yeah, I'm glad that she's embraced the humor of the streams. That's the funniest part. She gets it. England has loads of Roman buildings and stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, some stuff persists, right? But
it starts with an H, like Caradrim's wall or something like that. But the wall that they built, I know that's not the name, but like the wall that they built to separate what they deemed not Britannia, going up into like modern day Scotland. There's supposed to be, which is funny, that wall too was ripped apart to use to build structures and that, but there are pieces of the, like small pieces of the wall that you can still go visit today, which is just an awesome testament to how well the Romans built stuff, right? Like,
oh, I thought it started with one thing and I don't know why.
It doesn't even matter how hard.
Well, I mean, it's like, at some point, someone had to do human labor to drag these things here. It's like a lot easier to just take from existing structures than it is to, like, find new material. Isn't that our big problem, is if we ever went back pre-industrial, we'd never be able to industrialize again, because all of the raw materials we need are so far in the earth, we'd never be able to get at them. That's kind of fun. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but, like, yeah, apparently we're just fucked if we ever
Interesting.
get like knocked back down. We would never
fold it all up from the finer layers you can reach.
Yeah, we just wouldn't have the technology to extract it anymore. Although I'm sure you could always just find, there's always another place with like resources,
something like that,
or something. Yeah.
Or maybe it takes us, you know, 500,000 years. And
Well, what I understand, the problem with that is literally just a lack of like what is required to actually get to like through industrialization.
To this point, yeah,
just doesn't exist anymore because we've taken it all. Which is why we need to go into space.
Yeah, man.
We got to take resources from other planets.
Goal of humanity.
I
want
want
funny when you see our issues.
imperialism 2.0.
Oh, buddy. Well, the goal would be to eventually form the first galactic empire, right?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah. Anything else would just be stupid.
I could go manage New Canada.
Yeah.
Better Canada, I like to think. You know all of the fucking countries would do colonies again. They would colonize the fuck out of space. You absolutely know that's what they'd be doing if they could. Just to get like resources and stuff. Exactly what would happen. We try to pretend that we're better and like space is not something you can take over, but that's totally what would happen. If you had the technology for your country, you would have used the hell out of space as a resource.
It's a very cynical view, obviously, the point of the movie and book, but I kind of like the Fight Club joke, though, that, you know, the way society's going, it won't be nations, you know, it'll be like Mars brought to you by Pepsi Cola or something, you know, like,
of course it would. We just take our stuff out
Amazon,
of space.
yeah. Won't be America's planet, it'll be Amazon's planet, you know.
Yeah. If I promise to make the economy better, dude, I will fucking extract the ever-living fuck out of the resources of Mars to bring Canada glory. Don't worry.
I don't know, I like the classic bit of, yes, I will be a just leader at first. No,
At first.
you know?
I will bring glory to New Canada and back to Old Canada. And then Old Canada will get all mad, and then eventually we'll have to split from them and create problems and become a new country. It'll be a mess. But,
Horrible, and then he'll get good again for a little bit.
yeah, and then we'll talk about how society and, you know, time repeats and blah blah blah, and yeah, it'll be a whole thing.
Eventually you'll have to move to New Canada.
New Canada. We'll have our own new colony.
Yeah.
It'll be a mess, but you know, I'll control a large chunk of it in space. It'll both be good and bad. Set the temple on fire, okay. I don't know if burning hieroglyphics does much, but fuck it, sure, why not? I guess it's
Actually,
more for show.
speaking of burning other cultures down.
Speaking of... Yeah,
That's
doing it
really
here.
what we're putting on a show for.
A layer of pure diamond on this economy. Diamonds aren't even really worth that much anymore, are they? They're like, we can just like artificially make diamonds.
Actually, I saw one joke that was talking about how like wood is 10 times more valuable than diamonds. We can find diamonds in space. We have never found a planet, you know, with life, let alone wood specifically on it. So like technically, if you wanted to talk about like value in the universe, you should get your wife, you know, like a wooden ring.
You know, like
Because
lumber
it's
is so fucking expensive now.
So yeah. Like,
When I see someone do like a make work project and they're using wood, I go, oh my god, that must cost a pretty fucking penny. Wood used to be like cheap, dude. Oh yeah, we got that guy. There we go. But the problem with wood is it needs land, then it takes a long fucking time to grow. I'm
really enjoying our time here. Right.
This game stopped being so seductive. Probably a planet made of all kinds of things if you go for the forever theory of space being limitless, right?
I was talking to my one buddy who's doing nuclear physics down in Utah.
Oh, who has time for that?
Yeah, I know, right? But like, I don't know. He'll ponder some of the sillier things I'll talk about with me. But I was talking about, I always get a kick out of it. Like, it would be funny to have like a really big physicist tell me where I'm dumb. But I like the idea that there's so much out there in space that there could be like elements that are not even in our planet, or like rare elements that could be way out there in another galaxy that could make the Tony Stark Iron Man suit or something, you know? Like, I don't know.
We discover new elements like all the fucking time, man.
Exactly, right? So it's like, who knows what's out there, or some
They make
mineral or something.
new
like,
elements in labs.
right?
And who's to
Like,
say
yeah,
that
thank
those
you,
conditions
you
don't
know,
exist
yeah.
like somewhere out there or whatever? What does Kevin's
Exactly.
gal think of the sensual thing of this game, the sensual stabbing? She likes it.
Yeah,
I mean, she does that in Creed, right?
exactly.
What's the difference here? We're just dressed as badass Roman dudes. Come on. So the diamond planet is worthless? Well, we literally can produce diamonds. They're not worth anything anymore.
Yeah.
You know, the rarity of diamonds was finding them. Now you can just like pressure cook them in a lab. They still have like value, but they're not like, you know, diamond was diamond and cool because they were rare earth minerals and stuff. It was like, fuck, you can, like, you know, you can just mass produce them now. That doesn't make them special.
Oh, I always love that joke that, like, well, what has value? Like, for humanity, it's whatever we say. You know, like, daisies could be our currency if we just all one day decided daisies are the currency. You know what I mean?
But there are things that have intrinsic value.
Well,
where we only have X
that
amount
would
of
be
something.
things like water or something. You could say that genuinely has value. But as for, like, the way we do currency now, like,
Oh, it's all just made
I don't
up.
know. Yeah, it's all made. Yeah.
It used to be backed by gold, but yeah.
It used to be that. You know, that's a whole long topic. But yeah. But like, for like diamonds, what I do get a kick out of is like, even though diamonds have value because they say they have value, you could make the argument of like, well, at least
That's a solo trip for me.
There we go. Oh.
We didn't come together on that one.
Oh,
Roman
I'm
dudes
sorry.
with
I gotta do
badass
better.
skirts. These are very sexy skirts, I'll have you know. These skirts look comfortable as fuck. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Look at this. This fine Roman linen. Like, come on.
They always look comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like, these guys are kicking ass, and they are moving.
Every day was casual dress day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think this outfit looks fucking amazing. Like, the metal with the gold and the cloth and stuff. This looks fucking cool.
Yeah.
I have feathers on my hair, dude. Fucking sick. Fucking sick. Alright, well, that's RYSE, guys. That was fun. Guess that's it. These are great.
Yeah, a lot of fun.